As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lying to chalk. I really hate the trip, but I gotta low. As they croak, I see myself in the pistol smoke. Fool, I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like, on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light. Been spending most of the night living in the gangster's paradise. We've been spending most of the night living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of the night living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of the night living in the gangster's paradise. Look at the situation they got me facing. I can't live a normal life. I was raised by the state, so I gotta be down with the hood team. Too much television watching got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. Got my 10 in my hand and a gleam in my eye. I'm a loped out gangster, set tripping banker, and my homies is down, so don't arouse my anger. Fool, death ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life, do or die. What can I say? I'm 23 now, but will I live to see 24? The way things are going, I don't know. Tell me why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me? We've been spending most of the night living in the gangster's paradise. We've been spending most of the night living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of the night living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of the night living in the gangster's paradise. Power and the money, money and the power. Minute after minute, hour after hour, everybody's running, but half of them ain't looking what's going on in the kitchen. But I don't know what's cooking. They say I got to learn, but nobody's here to teach me. If they can't understand it, how can they reach me? I guess they can't, I guess they won't, I guess they front. That's why I know my life is out of luck, fool. We've been spending most of the night living in the gangster's paradise. We've been spending most of the night living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of the night living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of the night living in the gangster's paradise. Tell me why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me? Tell me why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me?
Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Thanks for being here. What's up, Commander? What's up, brother? What's up, Jimmy from Philly? Actual brother. What's up, Simon? How you doing, Bass? Chris, what's up, brother? I just got... Oh, okay, cool. I'll wait for a couple more to get in. Let me go over what I always do. Let me show you what we're going to talk about tonight before the actual free-for-all and I start bringing people in. So, jabberhouse.com. All right, so tonight we're going to talk about Kamala told she's not welcome in Houston. Can you believe it? Houston. She's given a brutal warning as the Harris campaign starts pretty rough. This one. FBI Director Wray admits some FBI personnel are disappointed that Trump survived the assassination attempt. Boy, does he have to do some like major firing when he gets there? God damn. All right, here you go. Congress to consider blocking Democrat election interference cases against Trump. They should. All right, up top, just in, RFK Jr. responds to Trump endorsement rumors and slams Kamala. Or is it Kamala? Can we get arrested for saying her name wrong yet? I hear her campaign is bitching about it already. President Biden plans to attack the Supreme Court. I did a video on this, but I want to go over it again because a lot of people got to know what they're talking about. Yeah, I don't think he has a snowball's chance in hell of getting it passed, but it's just amazing that a president would want to do what he wants to do. Kamala Harris claims an undocumented immigrant is not a criminal. Yeah, but an illegal alien is, right? They want to play these friggin' word games, you know? Oh, she's undocumented. No, she's an illegal. You know, they broke the law to get here, and a lot of them continue to break the law. 3 Kamala Harrises. You got to, like, spread those out. I got to talk to the staff. Kamala Harris supported group that bailed violent rioters out of jail in 2020, but media is now trying to obscure that fact. They are. Again, heels up Harris and the southern border crisis. We have a timeline for this now because now you had this idiot who was saying she was never the border czar. Nobody appointed her the border czar. And then she wasn't in charge of the border. And who was it? I forget who it was that actually read it out. I forget. It was on Piers Morgan's show, but he said, hold on. I'm going to read Biden's words. And he made her the border czar. This is great too. It's a short rant. All right. It's by this young woman. And she says there's only 2 reasons Kamala supporters cite for supporting her. And she goes off and she's pretty good. Here's one that pissed me off because I'm from Pennsylvania. PA Teachers Union has been accused of laundering $1.5 million in union dues to bankroll Democrat Governor Josh Shapiro's 2022 campaign. And this guy is a scumbag. He was even in 2016. He put a tweet out right before Election Day saying, remember that it's going to look like Trump won on Election Day, but when all the votes are counted, Joe Biden will have stolen. I mean, he will have won. That asshole was so blatant and totally faked. Kamala, where do you see this one? There's a video. Kamala holds her phone right next to her ear when the speaker is on full blast in a phony call with the Obamas. It's nuts. Let's see. Should we get started? Yeah, let's get started. We'll go to the first one. Kamala told she's not welcome in Blue City. It's Houston. The warning did not exactly come from a friendly source, but it hit upon every major vulnerability Vice President Kamala Harris faces in her incipient presidential campaign. You know what? She's running a campaign, but she's not been nominated yet. Trump was nominated, but she hasn't been nominated yet. And yet they're running her like she's running the campaign because they want the money and they want the delegates. They can't easily pass them off to another candidate. Thursday on social media platform X, the Republican Party of Harris County, Texas, which includes Democrat-dominated metropolitan Houston, declared the vice president not welcome in her namesake Texas County. Unbelievable. Shamefully, according to the Harris County GOP, the border czar vice president last visited Texas 3 years ago. I'm not going to read all that. On Thursday, rather than visit the border, Harris spoke at the American Federation of Teachers annual convention in Houston. Isn't that special? There are those who are really trying to take us backward, Harris says. They say the same goddamn thing. Just insert subject here, insert issue there. They're trying to take us backwards. Good to know that she was working hard to shore up her public sector union support. After all, Democrats can never take their main constituency for granted, right? They're losing their main constituencies. Of course, no one wants to go backward. Thankfully, the vapid vice president has promised to unburden us from that possibility. Let's listen to her.
You know,
Christ, I'm showing the wrong goddamn tab again. I do that every single week, don't I? Every single week I show the wrong tab because when you click over in this stupid thing, it looks like you're running it. But let me start this again. Here we go.
I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been. You know, what can be.
This is fun.
Unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been.
What we can see, what we believe can be, unburdened by what has been. What can be, unburdened by what has been.
What can be unburdened by what
Yeah,
has
Bill's
been.
falling
What
asleep.
can be unburdened by what has been.
What can be, unburdened by what has
Yeah,
been.
let's go ahead.
Can be unburdened by what has been.
Let's go up here.
Unburdened by what has been.
What can be
Unburdened by what has been.
what can be unburdened by what has been.
What
It
can
depends on who she's talking to, like what the group is made up of.
What can be.
Democrat.
Um,
I'm surprised she hasn't used the Southern accent. Unbelievable. All right, let's stop sharing that. What a goddamn fake, phony fraud. 2 reasons anyone supports Kamala. Let's see. There are only 2 reasons anyone supports. I can't say that word. 1, they're one of the 100 people who supported her before. 2, they are a good cultist and good cult leaders told them to love her. Yeah, that could be one. I can't put that up, Commander. I'll put this one up. Hey, brother, I made it to a point to be here. Yeah, you know what? I forgot to IM you in Discord today. I'm sorry for that. What's up, brother Jim? Let me go to the next one. Oy, 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 oy. But yeah, this pissed me off. So, FBI Director Wray admits some FBI personnel disappointed that Trump survived the assassination attempt. Wow. Chris Wray, the corrupt director, my guy Steve wrote this. Chris Wray, the corrupt director of the FBI, testified before the House Judiciary Committee on the attempted assassination of President Donald Trump. 2 things that raise questions are Wray's assertion that the assassin worked alone, bullshit, and that at least one FBI employee emailed his disappointment that Trump survived the shooting, and that person was not fired immediately. It's a good thing public service exists. I can't read tonight again, because these morons could never cut it in the private sector. He's probably right. We are supposed to believe that Crooks did all of the following without any insider help of any kind, right? He flew a drone over the Pennsylvania Fairgrounds and got aerial footage of the rally layout on the day of the event, including 2 hours before Trump took to the stage. He got a rangefinder through security. Now, it's not a weapon, but they would confiscate that. Trust me. When I went to a rally, they emptied your pockets, your bags, everything. They would have confiscated something like that. Well, why else would you have a rangefinder? He evaded law enforcement officers from several different state, local, and federal agencies. Somehow he climbed up on a roof with his rifle 450 feet away from Trump, bear crawled to the perfect vantage point as bystanders were pointing and alerted police that he was still able to take 8 shots at Trump. Why? He parked a vehicle full of explosives near the Trump rally, even though there is no online search history of crooks researching how to make at-home explosives. That's to indicate that he either bought them or somebody gave them to him. Crooks was able to walk around the premises after snipers took a photo of him looking suspicious. A sniper located in the 2nd-story window was only 40 feet away from Crooks, and he didn't neutralize it. Motherfucker's lying on a roof. It was sloped. Yeah, he was lying on a roof with a rifle, not wearing a uniform. They saw him using a rangefinder. What do you do? Trump was still able to take the stage after Crooks was pegged as suspicious by Secret Service. Now, I heard Bongino played this week. Maybe it was yesterday. He said that there's a tent, and it would be considered the green room, if you will, right? But there's always a tent at these events, and it's usually people have to stay in there before they come out, but the president never does. They never make him stay in there. So on that day, they're saying that they made him stay in there. And he said, oh, well, okay, what's this all about? And they're like, no, Mr. President, we just want to, make sure everything's okay. Like they knew something was up, but they let him walk out on the stage anyway. Unbelievable. Now, I know you guys all saw the clip, okay? But this is really good. Let me take it out. I'm gonna take it out to here. And I'm gonna raise it. Here we go. You're going to hear everything. You can listen up because you're going to hear everything. This guy here, hold on. This guy here, right here, he looks like he's the guy that everybody thinks is JFK Jr. The guy looks like a hobo right there in the center. He's at every rally. People think it's JFK Jr. It's John John. That's what they think.
Shooters down. Are we good to move?
Yeah.
We're clear.
Shooters down. You heard that. These guys out front, they're just looking in the crowd for immediate other threats.
Let me get my shoes.
My shoes.
I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes, sir. Hold that in your head. It's bloody. So we got to move to the bus.
Look at this woman here. Like she's like 3 feet shorter than him. They're going to fight. Did I like lower the volume? No. Did I? No, it's all the way up. Yeah, USA. You just got shot in the USA. Yeah, all right. Oh, man. So let's go back to it. So now let's go back. So GOP Congressman Chip Roy asked Wray, in 2015 and 2016, top FBI officials infamously texted about their insurance policy. Remember, it was Peter Strzok and his lover, not his wife, Paige. Their insurance policy to make sure Trump was never elected or inaugurated as president. Have any FBI agents texted, emailed, or expressed disappointment that Trump survived the assassination attempt or otherwise editorialized about the assassination attempt? Wray admitted that at least one employee did, and that the person was referred to the inspection division, whatever that is. Remember, the FBI is where evidence against Democrats goes to die. My guess is that employee will soon get a raise and a promotion based on others who should have been fired. Yes. Let's stop sharing. Crazy shit, guys. Crazy shit going on. Not even 2-12 pitch. Yeah. Let's see. The DEI thing is a distraction. They tried to take Trump out. I think they absolutely did. Hey, what's up, Lou? How you doing, man? Another shooter on top of the water tower. There was a third shooter that came, if you're looking at the stage from the audience, he was from the right side, but that was a counter sniper. They already confirmed that. Yeah. But let's see what else we're gonna do here. What's up, Lou? Hang on. All right, here we go. Anglo-Saxon. Let's see. Special K. Good evening, guys. What's up, Anglo-Saxon? How you doing? Welcome. Special K. How you doing, brother? Welcome. Let's see who else is here that I didn't see. I think I got everybody. All right, let's move on. Let me close this. Close this. I already read that. All right, let's bring it up again. Yeah. I have to reply to someone. All right, here we go. So, Congress to consider blocking Democrat election interference cases against Trump. President Trump long has described the various civil and criminal cases launched by Democrats against him just as he campaigns as the Republican nominee for the White House this year as election interference. And it is. I mean, what else could it be? Those multiple cases are now on appeal or have been delayed by the Supreme Court's ruling that presidents have much immunity for their actions in office, with lower courts now trying to sort out the details. It'll happen after the election, which is a good thing. Needless to say, a local judge's demand that Trump spend weeks sitting in his courtroom to hear wild claims about old misdemeanors that now are felonies. Yeah, how the hell did they do that in New York, right? They take old misdemeanors that are 6 years statute of limitations dead, that were documents case type charges, and they magically convert them to federal elections felonies. And they all go, yeah, we finally got Trump. Yeah, you had to cheat the system and wipe your ass with the Constitution to do that. All right. So they wanted to significantly hamper his ability to campaign. But then what did he do? He went out into New York and he got a hero's welcome in most places he went. I mean, he went to Harlem and got a hero's welcome. Further, another judge demanded hundreds of millions of dollars in penalties from Trump in a fraud case in which there were no victims. Nobody lost money. Yeah, they wanted to come in. The witnesses that he wanted to bring in, his lawyers wanted to bring in, we're going to say, look, you know, we love the guy. Like, he told us do our own due diligence, and we knew it, and we took him on anyway. We made money. He made money. Everybody made money, and we'd like to deal with him again. That friggin' judge wouldn't allow them to testify. Can you believe this? So nobody lost money. There were no unpaid loans, and indeed the banks involved wanted to do more business with Trump. Exactly. Prosecutors in other cases repeatedly have demanded to go to trial before the election, as that would further impede Trump's campaign and might even see him sentenced before the vote. But now Congress will be taking a look at a plan to block such election interference. It is U.S. Representative Matt Gaetz from Florida who has proposed legislation that would put a halt to election interference schemes by state officials and bureaucrats who launch politicized civil or criminal cases. The Florida Capitol Star said, quote, the Prevention of Election Interference Act of 2024 would bar the sentencing of presidential candidates in court 120 days before a presidential election. So they'll make it 121 days. It also would prevent the candidate from being sentenced 60 days after a presidential election. Gaetz said presidential candidates should have the right to campaign without interference. You think? Regardless of their party affiliation. Over the past 2 years, state officials and unelected bureaucrats have been keeping President Trump tied up in court with dubious charges, hindering his ability to campaign nationwide. He's right. His succinct plan says no state or any officer or instrumentality thereof may impose or carry out a sentence for a state criminal offense committed by a major party candidate during the covered time period. During the covered time period, a major party candidate may submit an application to a state or federal court of jurisdiction demonstrating that such sentence described under subsection A may interfere with the campaign activity. All right, so they're doing something about it finally. And how much you want to bet every Democrat votes against it? Ever a single one. So let's go up top now. Here we go. I did this. I did a video on this, but I want to go over it again. So President Biden plans to attack the Supreme Court to make it more liberal before leaving office. Yeah, you think about this, guys. So democracy says, they say we live in a democracy, even though it's a constitutional republic, but democracy says that you're allowed to vote for people you want to represent you, right? And when you vote for a president that you want to represent you, your vote, and a Senate as a majority, you're voting that you want them to put judges on courts. But Biden doesn't like that. The Dems don't like that because democracy is only supposed to work for them, right? So in a July 24 speech from the Oval Office, Joe Biden said that he intends to press the Supreme Court reform during his final term as America's destructor-in-chief. What's really going on is that Biden wants to attack the Supreme Court because it rules in favor of the Constitution. At least this current Roberts Court rules in favor of the Constitution and not Democrat policies. President Biden made the remarks after explaining his decision not to seek re-election. Yeah, he made that decision, right? And outlining his plans for his final 6 months in office. Over the next 6 months, I will drive a truck like I used to for 30 years. I'll be focused on doing my job as president. When has he ever done his job as president? He puts a lid on things like around 11 in the morning, citing major goals such as increasing economic development, what a joke, cutting inflation, cutting his inflation, tightening gun control, Second Amendment, and protecting the earth from what he called the climate crisis. There is no climate crisis. They're watermelons. They're green on the outside, red on the inside. So he says, and I'm going to call for Supreme Court reform. It's not reform. He wants to change the court to favor Democrats because this is critical to our democracy. I wish they would stop saying fucking democracy. It's not a democracy. Supreme Court reform. In recent weeks, the media has speculated that Biden is considering instituting an enforceable ethics code for Supreme Court justices and terminating lifetime appointments to the bench. During a news briefing on July 24, White House Press Secretary Jean-Pierre was asked if President Biden was still committed to pursuing Supreme Court change in his final months in office. The president believes that, she'll say anything, the president believes that when you hold a high office, you should be held to a certain ethics and transparency. You mean like when you're the president of the United States and the Supreme Court rules that you are not authorized, you don't have the authority or the power to forgive student loan debt so that you're really, all debts are paid, right? So you're really transferring that to all of us who didn't sign for the loan, and you go out and give a double barrel middle finger at a press conference to the Supreme Court saying, they tried to stop me, but I'm going to keep doing it. Is that what she's talking about? A certain ethics and transparency? While Biden has resisted pressure from the Democratic Party's progressive wing to impose term limits on Supreme Court justices or pack the court with more justices, he has established a commission to investigate potential Supreme Court reforms, including eliminating lifetime support appointments, ultimately the 34-member group. Now, this is what gets me, okay? The Constitution does give the Congress some powers over the Supreme Court. They can name like how many members are on the court, how many justices are on the court. They can say, they can tell the court like what types of cases they can hear and cannot hear. They can change from the first Monday of October as the beginning time to any other time they want, and the ending time to any other time they want. But the executive branch has no such power. So if the executive branch has no such power constitutionally, then what the fuck is Joe Biden spending money that was obviously appropriated for something else, because the Congress did not appropriate money to let him do their job. So what is he doing taking money and creating a commission? Because those people on the commission, the phonies on the commission, they get paid. So 34-member group. And think about that. So how does he, from the executive branch that has no authority in the Constitution over the Supreme Court, how the hell does he get to create a commission to tell the Congress what to do? It's just unbelievable. Let me see. What do we got? Yep, I think we all do. Yeah. It's just, it's too much, man. Too much. Let me put this away. Let's go to the. I want to watch that. I want to show you the video of the young woman. It's pretty good. Let me go here. I'm going to do. Let's see. Southern Border. Here's the short rant. Here we go. Ready? It probably gets
best and worst
I know
for your waistline.
Damn, I got to sit
Sweet
through these.
potatoes. Try to find the purple sweet potato. They're the high.
Never happened before.
You go.
All you are is a puppet in their game. I thank you for your service of being a little social justice warrior for the past 4 years, but we don't want that anymore. Can someone please just give me a valid reason as to why they're voting for Kamala Harris? So far, the only two that I've heard is because she's a woman and she's black. I'm from the exact same people that can't define what a woman is and who say not to judge people based off the color of their skin. Okay. Thought we learned our lesson with Obama, but apparently not. Actually terrifying that this is the type of woman that people want as the president of the United States. Really want a woman that's known for using her mouth to get to the positions that she's in. And I don't mean public speeches. But then again, based off the morals of the women of the left, not surprising. Don't get me wrong, I'm not against having a woman president, but I'm not going to vote for someone just because they've got a cooch. Especially one that is pro-defund the police and open border. Those are the same ones that say that Trump is trying to take down the democracy and you don't even realize what's happening in front of your own eyes. You now have a candidate that you did not vote for. This has never happened before. All you are is a puppet in their game. I thank you for your service of being a little social justice warrior for the past 4 years, but we don't want that anymore. You want a woman president so bad? I'm sure that it's not one that's going to be a complete embarrassment to our country. When push comes to shove, it's not going to matter what's in her pants or the color of her skin. It's time that you start actually using your brain because we can't afford another 4 years of this. Have a good day.
Right. Gotta love it, right? That was pretty good. It's good to see young people with the brain. Let's see. Let me close all these. So let's go back. Pajit Black. Let's see. What are we going to do here? Here's one from the Blaze. Kamala Harris supported the group. You remember this? She's during the St. George Floyd riot, the riots. She supported she put a tweet out lending her, I guess, street creds to people to donate to this organization that was bailing out rioters. And I remember when she went on TV and they asked her that, she said, no, these are peaceful protesters we're bailing out. And I'm sitting there going, wait a minute. Peaceful protesters don't get arrested, Kamala. Only rioters get arrested. So she bailed out a group in 2020. The media is now trying to cover that up. As the nonprofit bailed out other violent criminals as well, including a man who committed murder weeks later. Mainstream media continues to gaslight Americans about the truth regarding Vice President Kamala Harris and her track record of supporting far left causes. She was ranked the most left-wing radical in the Senate. And I think Bernie Sanders' eyebrows went up. Like, what? I lost the title? As Blaze News previously reported, many outlets have tried to say that Harris was never designated border czar of the Biden administration, even though she tweeted in April 2021 that Biden asked her to lead our diplomatic work with Mexico, El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras, and to address the situation at our southern border. I think that makes her the border czar. The supposedly nonpartisan government accountability group, GovTrack, also scrubbed the page from its website listing Harris as the most liberal member of the U.S. Senate in 2019, when Harris was still a senator from California. See, these groups, they say nonpartisan, but they're left-wing. So when it's in their favor, they love to brag about it and put it on their website, right? When it's not in their favor, they scrub it. So Harris and the Minnesota Freedom Fund. Now, some outlets are attempting to obscure Harris's record once again, this time about her support for the Minnesota Freedom Fund, a nonprofit that posted bail for violent rioters in the wake of St. George Floyd's death in 2020. She wrote, if you're able to chip in now to the MN Freedom Fund to help post bail for those protesting on the ground in Minnesota, it wasn't for people protesting. It was for people committing crimes because they were the ones that were arrested. The tweet has never been taken down. She won't take it down. And a similar post to Harris's personal Facebook page likewise remains active. 2 weeks after issuing those posts, she hinted on an appearance with the late night host Stephen Colbert, who used to be funny, I think, that she knew many protesters had engaged in violence, but that she still supported their actions. Everyone beware, because they're not going to stop. I remember when she said this. Everyone should take note of that on both levels, that they're not going to let up, and they should not, and we should not. This is a movement. I remember when she said that shit. Now they're all trying to say that, she never did that. It was just protesters. It wasn't rioters, right? Of course, the Minnesota Freedom Fund did ultimately collect $41 million. And I remember that the numbers went way up in donations once Heels Up Harris made that announcement, when she supported people, encouraged people to donate to them. So according to Fox News, the vast majority of the group's funds were actually spent bailing out other violent suspects, including a man with a criminal record who went on to murder a man just a few weeks after the fund sprung him from jail. So he continued to riot, and then he killed a guy during one of the riots. On August 5th, 2021, George Howard, then a 48-year-old man with a criminal record, was arrested in connection with an alleged domestic assault. Thanks to bond money from the Minnesota Freedom Fund. So if it was an alleged domestic assault, how did that money get earmarked for a guy like that? Howard was back on the streets in less than a week. By August 29, he was back behind bars, this time for gunning down 38-year-old Luis Damian Martinez Ortiz following a road rage incident that took place along I-94 in Minneapolis. Howard later pled guilty and is currently serving a 15-year sentence. Thank you, Kamala, for letting him out. In September 2021, Minnesota Freedom Fund acknowledged on social media its role in releasing Howard from jail on a domestic violence charge. We're aware of reports of the tragic and fatal shooting in Minneapolis earlier this week, allegedly. So they're going to say, well, we didn't want to have him kill someone, but it's okay that he beat his wife or his kids or whoever it was in the domestic violence. You don't need to hear anymore. You know where it's going, right? Legacy of slavery. Gain that out. What's up, Bobbity? How you doing, brother? Let's see. Hunter Biden non-Parmesan. All right, let's see. What else we got here? Let's go back to the Jabber House. See what else we have. I want to close these. Close that. Harris. All right, let's see. Totally fake. Oh, yeah, here's the phone call. You got to hear this. So it was totally faked. Kamala holds her phone right up to her ear when it's on speaker, and the thing's still on speaker. She doesn't take it off speaker. It's just kind of funny. Let me put it out on. Let's share this tab instead. Let's put it.
Hi.
Ah, I completely fucked that up. Sorry. Here we go. Ready?
Kamala.
Hello. Hi.
Hey there.
Oh,
there.
hi, you're both
Hold on.
together. Oh, it's good to hear you both.
I can't have this phone call without saying to my girl Kamala, I am proud of you. This is going to be historic.
It's still on speaker.
Michelle and I couldn't be prouder to endorse you and to do everything we can to get you through this election and into the Oval Office.
Oh my goodness. Michelle, Brock, this means so much to me. I'm looking forward to doing this with the two of you, Doug and I.
Probably
both,
like, are the camera mics
and,
picking this up?
Getting out there, being on the road. But most of all, I just want to tell you the words you have spoken and the friendship that you have given over all these years mean more than I can express. So thank you both. It means so much. And we're going to have some fun with this too, aren't we?
Oh, does it make you sick? You kept it up. Let me see, where is it? Oh, there it is. Let me close it. Yeah, she kept it, the speakerphone on, because she wanted, photo op. She wanted to get, she knew that she was being filmed, obviously, and she wanted them to hear that it's Barack and Michelle, so she could be like Barack and Michelle. Oh man, I don't think so. We know that the Obamas hated the Bidens and vice versa, right? I don't think they're too keen on Kamala either, but she speaks in rhyme, but at least she can speak, right? She's a nasty woman too, but I think they realized that they were stuck with her because, like I said earlier, because of the money and the delegates, it's not easy to transfer those to a third party, someone else that comes along. Yeah, my sentiment's exactly, Special K. So let's see what else we got. Dabber House. Bail bond crime out. President Biden plans to attack this. Yeah, we did that one. Endorsement rumors. I don't want to do that. Teacher. Yeah, this mother effer. This is in Pennsylvania. PA Teachers Union accused of laundering $1.5 million in union dues to bankroll Democrat Governor Josh Shapiro's 2022 campaign. According to a Freedom Foundation press release, the organization has filed multiple complaints with state and federal authorities concerning the Pennsylvania State Education Association and the Democratic Governors Association. The complaints allege PSEA executed an illegal scheme during, don't tell me the Democrats were breaking the law, executed an illegal scheme during the 2022 Pennsylvania general election to surreptitiously use nearly $1.5 million in teachers' union dues that's supposed to go towards contract arbitration, right? To back then candidate Josh Shapiro's gubernatorial campaign. Shapiro is reportedly under consideration as Kamala Harris's running mate. Good, by all means, get rid of him for Pennsylvania, because when they lose, we'll have somebody else in there, I hope. The Freedom Foundation explains that Pennsylvania campaign finance and collective bargaining laws prohibit unions from using their general treasury funds to contribute. Yeah, but a Democrat judge will say he'll allow it, right? It's what it always happens with these guys. Yet, according to complaints filed by the organization, PSEA made 2 six-figure contributions from its general treasury to the Fund for Student Success, a little-known political fund operated by the union, which then contributed the funds to the DGA in May 2022, which in turn contributed heavily to Shapiro's successful campaign for governor. So he had to cheat with money. Additionally, the transactions were not publicly disclosed. Of course not. He's a Democrat. As required by the Pennsylvania Election Code, PSEA failed to register the FSS, which it quietly launched in 2018 as a political committee with the Department of State, meaning none of its contributions or expenditures, including the 2 contributions to the DGA in 2022, have been publicly disclosed as required. While the DGA has registered as political committee and files the applicable disclosures, it failed to report receiving the 2 contributions from the FSS in May 2022. Don't they have some little cutout rule there that says the Democrats don't have to comply? Isn't that how this always works out with these pricks? Hey, what's up, Leanne? And I'm going to start putting out the link because I'm done reading. Leanne, Chris, you guys want to come in? Commander, you want to come in? Anybody, come in. Hey, there she is. Leanne, how are you, dear?
I'm great. How are you?
All right. How is it down in Alabama?
It's
hot,
warm and humid, but not too very hot.
Oh, all right. Good. Good for you.
About 85 degrees down here, so it's not too bad.
82 here right now.
Well, how's everything?
Good.
Good.
Everything's good here.
Well, if you hear kids screaming, I'm babysitting my grandchildren today.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
How old are they?
Anniversary.
How old are they?
Kate is almost 7, and Grant will be 3 tomorrow.
Oh, cool. 3 years old. Wow.
So I guess Kamala forgot that she was the border czar. I guess she's suffering from dementia too.
Well, you got to imagine it took her months and months to go there. And then she had that Lester Holt debacle where he said, well, you haven't gone to the border. And she said, we've been to the border. And he goes, yes, but you haven't gone to the border.
Yeah, she hadn't been to Europe either.
Yeah, I know. She said that. I haven't been to Europe either. She went into her cackling laugh.
Well, let me tell you what she has done. She has fallen out of the coconut tree. That's what's happened here.
I think she did. She hit every leaf on the way down.
I think a few of the coconuts may have hit her in the head too after she hit the ground.
Possible. What's up, Classified Commander?
How you doing there, brother?
All right, man. Long time.
Always good to see you. Always good to see you.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I made it on time. That was amazing.
Yeah.
I made it a point.
You want to be up?
Appreciate it.
Well, last week. Sorry. Oh, look at that little fella. You know what, Leanne, you'd like this story too. I just met my granddaughter last Saturday.
Kids.
Here's the great.
Oh my goodness, it was just wonderful. We met I've already met my daughter and everything, but I met my granddaughter. Hi. But I met my granddaughter. She was just so awesome. She's very autistic, kind of nonverbal, but very, very loving kid. And when my daughter said, "Oh, this is your grandpa," and I'm just sitting there guarding the beachfront for everybody while they're out in the water, and my sister and I got her a little chair, a beach chair, and she sat in that, and then she looks over at me and she just literally like jumps on my lap, grabs my hands, puts them on her knees, and I'm like, I'm not crying, you're crying. It was amazing, dude. Like, cool. just amazing. What a beautiful little girl she is. Like, just awesome. I can't even explain it.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. Now, you don't have any grandchildren yet, do you, Rich?
Yeah, 2.
You do?
Yeah,
I'm gonna say this out loud. I love my grandchildren. I love them more than my children. I don't let the no is not in my vocabulary for them. They can have whatever they want, whenever.
But they go home.
Yes. Well, I will leave tonight. I'm at their home tonight.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
So what do you think is going to happen? I don't think Kamala's actually going to be the nominee. I think they're going to get rid of her just as soon as the honeymoon period's over.
I think so too. But they're desperately trying to figure out a way to get the delegates to be able to transfer, because you got to go back to states and they got to vote on that again. And then the money that they fundraise, it's a lot of money they fundraise. A lot of billionaires are giving money up, not the little guys. Hey, what's up, Linda? How you doing, girl?
Linda, good to see you, girl.
Yeah, so they're going to have a problem with the delegates and the money outside of Kamala because it's Biden Harris ticket, so she has access to both, and she's not giving it up to anybody. So if they too try to get rid of her, they're going to have to do a lot of legal work for those delegates, and the money shouldn't be a problem because Hollywood's always there. And
well, if I was a Democrat and voted in their primaries, and then they get rid of who I voted for and just put somebody else in that nobody really likes,
I would be angry.
Incredibly pissed off.
Oh yeah, I'd be pissed. Absolutely.
Well, they should be, because that's what you call tyranny. When the party thinks that's tyranny.
She's going to try to go scorched earth. You've seen her already with the things that she's saying. She's 34 felony account. Yeah, okay. That you guys lawfared at him from statute of limitations worthy, expired.
Girlfriend needs to sit down.
Misdemeanor.
Start talking about people's pasts.
Yeah. I know. I know.
It was
she has a hell of a past. Just bring up Willie Brown and she'll cringe.
Yeah. Well, I call her back down, heels up. That's all I got to say about her.
I call her heels up Harris. Are the kids still in the room?
No.
All right, good. I call her heels up Harris.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I think she's leaning towards Mark Kelly as a running mate, but I still think she's going to go with Buttigieg. But I still don't think that she's going to be the nominee.
Yeah, well, if they can't figure out that delegate problem, then you know what they could do? What they did to Bernie twice. They could do something at the convention, but it's going to be in Chicago, and they're going to have a hell of a problem in Chicago. You got a lot of people in Chicago that live there that are already saying they're going to be a major disruption because they don't like what Joe did with the illegals in their neighborhoods. They don't like it because they're the ones that pay taxes in their neighborhoods, and all those resources were going to the illegals. And they didn't like it, and they've been vocalizing it, and the administration didn't care. Well, now they're going to have to care because they're going to cause serious. It's going to be 1968 all over again, possibly.
Well, I don't like it either. It's my damn money that they're giving to these people that came here and broke the law. If we break the law, we go to jail.
Yeah.
So, but they break the law, and it's cool.
It's
they stab people, shoot people, and rape people, and it's all good. We're not going to send them back. Come on over and bring your cousins with you.
It's unreal, isn't it?
It is unreal.
It's just unreal.
Yeah, Leanne, we've got the same problem here in Canada. It's they're just flooding us with it's an invasion, just like what's happening down there for you guys, right? So
well, we had a pro-Palestinian march down here, and I saw two people that.
How long did it last?
What's that?
How long did it last before someone came out and shot him, and another person came out and brought a cooler with some beer, and another one brought the
potato salad and baked beans.
Hibachi on the tailgate.
Yeah. They watched them bleed out.
There was two people that looked like they were of Arabic descent, and the rest of them were a bunch of stupid little white college kids following behind. It was absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
My thing is if you want to protest, go your ass over to Palestine and do it, and see how that works for you. I want you to do that.
I want everybody that's on social media that has these flags in their bios, like the Palestine flag or whatever, just send them over there. Just immediately deport them over to that country. There you go. Go fight for it. Don't screw around here. Let's just get this shit on there.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm absolutely furious about them burning our flag and raising the Palestinian flag. Oh, hell no. That cannot happen. It is time to not put.
Here's the thing on that, okay? And I got to go like libertarian on that. Trump even said that he wants to get a law that says you can't burn the flag. You can burn the flag if it's your flag. If you pay for a flag, you can burn it. But if the Supreme Court said that if you take someone else's flag and burn it, I'll kick your ass. You'll get arrested and all that for theft and all that. But you can burn your own flag. I don't like it, right? For every American flag they burn, we should burn an Iranian flag. Burn an Antifa flag. Burn an Iranian and an Antifa flag.
Well, why don't we just?
The funny thing is they don't care if you burn the American flag. Nobody cares about that now. But yet, if you squeal your tires on the pride flag, crosswalk, you're immediately hunted down like
Tell you what,
like you're the serial killer.
Pride flags will be sold out because people will be buying them just to burn them.
Mhm.
If they want to play that game, we can play the same game.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
Lighter fluid.
I won't give them that. So.
That's the only way that they will learn if something happens to them as well.
Yeah.
Well, you know how we are down south. I just think we ought to just catch them on fire and then alleviate the problem. That's it.
Yep.
I like the way you think, Leanne.
Well, you know, it's ridiculous what's going on in the world, but
yep.
We have a whole month to celebrate Pride Month, but we only have 1 day for Easter and 1 day for Christmas. But we're going to celebrate for a month what people do with their genitalia is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I'm with you there.
And you know what? I never had a problem with it. But when they started involving the kids, now it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. Just leave the kids alone.
Just
you want to do crazy stuff to yourself and behave however you want. That's all right. Just leave the kids alone.
Otherwise, it's like #wood chipper feet first. You know, like.
Yeah. Well, pride is the worst of the deadly sins.
Exactly.
I mean, every Christian denomination will tell you that. Yeah.
It is.
Every denomination will tell you that pride is the worst of the deadly sins because it leads to all the others.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Where's Jade tonight?
Jade, she should be here soon to say hi. She said she'd stop in, but she had to go away with the family again. Damn that family. Yeah, she has to go away with the family again. They're visiting someone. I can't remember, but she's having a good time. She said to say hi to everybody.
Well, we miss her.
Jimmy Dore. I like Jimmy Dore, actually. He's a liberal, but I like him because he's a liberal, but he's mostly honest. You know, you can watch Jimmy Dore. No, you really can. He's mostly honest.
It's mostly honest, like a little bit pregnant.
Yeah, it is actually, but no, think about it. Well, there's Chris. Chris is here, but man, that's But
hey, Chris, how you doing, buddy?
For her answers, I love it. But forget it. Let's move on. Dr. Jade is of Canadian origin. Yes.
Yes,
she lives in Colorado now. Yeah, she lives in Colorado. So they came down, she said, when they realized that Canada was starting to go. Yeah. So they were lucky they got out. She served in their Air Force. She's a medical doctor, and now she's I believe she works for our FAA.
Bobby, look at Bobby's comment there. Coloradadian.
Coloradadian. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny, dude.
Your ex is in Denver. No kidding. Oof.
Well, at least she's there, buddy. Third year in Vancouver.
Yeah. Now, Commander, the China stuff doesn't affect you where you are, right?
Oh yeah, it is. It does. Like
on an island, really?
It affects you? Dude. Trudeau is full on like he's a puppet of China. Like
really,
China has infected our country like you wouldn't believe.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, they've like screwed with it. It's everywhere. Yeah, special case. Yeah, exactly. It's everywhere. Like it's freaking everywhere, dude. Like and now we're getting like they're just flooding us with immigrants, just like they're doing in your country, man.
No, man, that sucks.
It's unreal. Like just unvetted, like people, like just losers from everywhere. And these are like military age, man. It's not like families seeking asylum. This is like
right,
just like you, military age men. Just coming in. They get like cell phones, nice coats, nice shoes, everything. They get all the benefits, and we get screwed.
Yep.
It's no different. It's just we're just a little further north than you. That's all. It's crazy, dude.
But yeah, well, your guy when he said unacceptable views. Oh, during that trucker, the the COVID trucker.
He's like
convoy thing.
People with unacceptable views. Do we tolerate these people?
Yeah. Do we
I'm like, what?
Like, whoa! Did you say you're a democracy and you talk like that?
Yeah. It's
like shades of Shay.
Yeah. Oh no, it's just freaking terrible here, dude. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, we got forest fire. Jasper's almost half burnt down. Like it's almost all gone. Jasper National Park. It's a beautiful place in Alberta. It's gorgeous, and it is burnt to a crisp. And we know it was man-made fires that did this, but yet then Trudeau, who can't read a room proper,
Right.
he decides that he's going to say, "Oh yeah, we're building all these airplanes here in Canada, and we're going to send them to Europe to fight fires."
The
Really?
Intolerati.
Like
Bobbity says the Intolerati.
the Intolerati. I know.
Well,
Well,
what
like
I
you look
practice
at my.
forestry?
Sorry, Leanne. Go ahead.
Why not practice some good forestry? Why not go clean out the
Yeah.
forest?
Oh,
Yeah, it was forestry management that does that every
I
time.
literally tried that 25 years ago. I was just talking about it today, Leanne. Um, I had a proposal I put to the government about 25 years ago now, that I would go in with crews, and we would get rid of all of the dead standing stuff, like all the pine beetle killed trees and that, clean up all the duff. I call it duff. That's the stuff
Wow.
on the forest floor that really creates it's like the tinder that creates the fire. Um,
Right.
and we would go in. I had mills that were willing to process all that lumber. I had a market for it. We called it denim pine because it was stained blue from the pine beetle. So it was called
Okay.
denim pine. There was nothing wrong with it. It was great wood. It was amazing. But the government's like, no, no, you can't do it. Nobody can do that. And like, whatever, we're
Why?
not letting you do that. And we could have saved like, uh, there's many a town has been burnt to a crisp
Really?
since I done that. Like Jasper's just one of them, and that was in Alberta, but many a town in BC could have been saved. And this could have spread nationwide. Like just literally what I was trying to do. Um, like I built a couple of sawmills and I took care of
Did you?
sawmills. I've done a lot of stuff. Like it's amazing. Like, and I could have done it. I had a whole market for it. We could have sold that stuff like and made huge profit. Yeah, Kelowna last year, exactly, buddy. Exactly, Special K. You know. Yeah, sure, Bobby.
What do you guys think about Christopher Wray and his testimony?
I think Christopher Wray is a traitor to the American people,
Well,
and he should be treated as such.
I read a story that my guy Steve wrote that Wray admitted that there was an FBI agent who sent an email saying that he was sorry that the bullet missed.
Yes.
And he wasn't fired like immediately.
Yes.
Should have been fired immediately.
Well, Christopher Wray needs to be fired immediately.
Yeah. But he's got a contract. He's got 10 years.
Okay, so I heard one. Okay, it's about the shooting of Trump, right? The attempted assassination. And I
Right.
think it was Mark Dice that called the shooter retardy Oswald.
That's funny.
Oh, that's wrong on a whole lot of levels there. Well, I think we've got a big problem here, and I think our Secret Service, our CIA, the FBI, all the ABC 1, 2, 3 agencies have been infiltrated.
Oh yes.
With the absolute enemy of the public.
It's been a while though. It's just that they've gotten like under Obama, they were that way long before. I think the FBI was destroyed by Robert Mueller. I really do, because Mueller was the one that when he became the FBI director, he instituted policies like that the way that you're going to like your job when you become an FBI agent is not to become a career investigator and solving crimes. You're supposed to move up in the organization. And the way that you move up is that you do exactly what the guy above you tells you to do, whether it's legal or not, because your whole job is to make the FBI look good by getting the bust. But the problem is that Mueller was the one that started doing the plagiarism trap. So in other words, if they want a big guy, right, like what they did with Trump, right? They would bring the little guys in and say they would ask them a series of about 50 questions at 7:00 in the morning. And then they'd say, okay, we're going to take like a half-hour break. And they go on break and they come back and they'd ask them the exact same 50 questions, but in different order. And then you break for lunch and you come back like an hour and a half later and they'd ask you a third time the same questions, but written differently, but the same questions. Then 2 hours later, they come back into the room and they'd say, you know what? We asked you this question at 7:00 in the morning. You gave us this answer. But then in the afternoon, we asked you the same question when you said this. It was completely different. So we think you either lied then or you lied now to us. And you know, it is a felony. It's a perjury felony to lie to an FBI agent. So you could do 5 years in prison, $50,000 fine just for this alone. But it doesn't have to happen that way if you give up something on the guy that we want to go after. And they tried that shit with Mike Flynn. And Mike Flynn said, I don't have anything. They tried that same shit with, what's his name? Michael Cohen. And he said, I have nothing on Trump. I would love to give him up, but I have nothing. There's nothing to give up. And so what that does is it gets those agents, when they start interviewing people and they write their 302s, a 302 is a document that an FBI agent has to write down everything that they just experienced after an interview while it's still fresh in their mind. They have to write every single thing that happened in that room. If the guy scraps him, he has to write it down. Okay. And they started lying in their 302s under him, and they started editing 302s, which is a felony, but who's going to charge them? They're the FBI, right? So I think it was Mueller who started that. And Mueller was the one also. You guys remember the Uranium One deal?
I gotta go.
Oh, yes.
All right.
I know about the
Thanks for
Uranium
stopping
One
by,
deal.
Leanne. Appreciate it.
Rich, you
Take
might
care, Leanne.
happen to our friend Scott Jones out in California with the FBI. How they did.
I remember that. I remember they ran him out. They actually did.
Yeah. Guys, have a great weekend. Roll
You have a great weekend too, Leanne. We love you.
Good to see you.
See you next week.
See you. There she is.
I love her accent.
I know, she's cool.
So sweet, too.
Yeah, she's good people.
She's very good people. I know.
Yeah, she's very
I
good
know
people.
you know her in real life too. You know her and her husband. It's no. She's wonderful.
Yeah, she's good people. She's also friends with Mark, the guy I always bring in, the elections expert. She's friends
Very
with him too. Yeah, but she don't take shit from anyone. Seriously, she doesn't. Yeah. So, I don't know. Let's see. What else are we going to do? I'll see if there's something else we can look at. Find some videos, maybe.
Do you remember the time when you realized that the police stopped being part of the community and started being the other?
Oh yeah.
Remember that time? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I remember it. I mean, I'm like 50 now, so yeah, I remember that time because back in when I was growing up, like police were literally part of your community, you know. Excuse me. They were there to literally protect and serve. And
Right.
They served the people, and they were good to the community. They were part of the community. You know, you welcomed them into your community because they were good people. They were your neighbors. They were your friends. You know, and they had that job to do, and they did their job very well. But now,
It started when they changed it to peace officers. See, a peace officer is a guy that he's not there to stop like a murder or something like that. He's there to do domestic stuff and to make sure that the neighborhood is safe by harassing guys that stand on a street corner for too long. That's a peace officer. So they were different. And what happened, I think happened, Commander, is that when the communities, when the neighborhoods, when they started learning that those peace officers were not the rough, tough cops that used to, run them ragged to stop their crimes, they didn't care anymore. And crime just got bigger.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened.
And I mean, now the police are more like the military, right? You know.
Yeah.
And this is actually there's a reason why we separate the police from the military, right?
Yeah.
you know, but the police have now become the military, you know, and when
In some
when you,
sense.
if you use the military to police the people, the enemy of the people often becomes the people themselves,
Well,
you know.
you know, the federal government, in the U.S. federal government, every single department has a SWAT. Why?
Mhm.
Why would the Bureau of Land Management need a SWAT?
Well, I know.
Well, what's the point of that?
Yeah.
I don't get that, but they do. They have a SWAT. All of them have a SWAT.
Yeah.
With all the and you're right. They look like military when they come in the black with the
Jack
rifles
boots.
and the helmets and the boots. And
Yep.
they look like they're military, but they're not. I mean, I remember when Trump sent federal.
Fucking Lou, domestic officer, will he wash my dishes and do the laundry? That's funny, dude. That's fucking funny. Yeah, I know. It's just yeah, no, it's gone too far. Like they need to be. Everybody needs to be toned the fuck back, and like
I
you know,
think the FBI needs to be complete. I think maybe they should shut it
completely
down and bring
dismantled.
something else
Yes.
back.
Yep.
Put
It
something
needs
else
to be.
in its place and
Yeah.
start over again because they're just out of control.
Fucking Bobbity, Bureau of Land Management, SWAT, sudden weather and terrain.
Sudden weather and terrain.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I love your sense of humor, Bobbity.
Yeah.
He's a young guy too, eh? He's only about like 26 or 27 or something like
Who,
that.
Bobbity?
Yeah.
Bobbity, how old are you?
Yeah, he's young. He's
I
like
didn't know he
close
was
to
that
half my
young.
age. I know.
How about that?
He's funny because he grew up with like 5 sisters, so poor guy.
Yeah, poor bastard.
Oh, you're 44. Okay, sorry, buddy. I thought you were younger than that.
Oh, he's 44. Okay. He's still a youngster. He's still a youngster, man.
I think he just hits the Gen X era there, you know. Raised on hose water and neglect.
I was in high school when he was born.
Jesus.
How about that? Yeah. But let's see.
How old are you, Special K?
Oh, here's one. Let me play this. This looks interesting.
Brain never matured.
Maybe this isn't interesting, but it looks it. So hang on. Let me play this.
As far as I know, every civilization that has experienced prosperity has had a decline in prosperity. There may be a few exceptions. Perhaps people can enlighten me. I'll look at the comments on this interview to see perhaps what I can learn. But it seems that from what I've read, almost every civilization, when they become prosperous, their birth rate drops.
What happens to civilizations when they become prosperous? Do they inevitably face decline due to hedonism and a drop in birth rates? In this thought-provoking conversation, Jordan Peterson and Elon Musk explore these pressing questions,
brilliant minds,
delving into historical patterns and personal insights. Jordan Peterson and Elon Musk discuss the apparent trend of prosperous civilizations experiencing a decline in birth rates. Musk observes that almost every civilization that has attained prosperity has faced this issue, asking viewers to share any exceptions they know of. Peterson wonders if this decline is a result of a hedonistic egocentrism, which Musk agrees, noting that wealth allows societies to indulge in hedonism without immediate consequences.
You think that's a consequence of the emergence of something like a non-punished hedonistic egocentrism?
Well, obviously, you mean there's certainly many examples of civilizations that become prosperous. There is generally a trend towards hedonism.
Yeah, well, you can get away with it if you're wealthy, eh? Because the consequences of your actions don't smack you on the head instantly.
Precisely. So, if you're a civilization under threat, like let's say if you take, say, Rome, when they were trying to not get annihilated by Carthage, and they had Hannibal running around marauding Italy, they didn't have time for hedonism.
Right.
Hedonism is not an option. We're going to get destroyed by Hannibal.
The chips are down.
And when a civilization is under stress, there's very little hedonism that takes
So,
place.
William James said that the modern world needed a moral equivalent to war, right? He investigated the religious realm very, very deeply. And I think this was in the varieties of religious experience. And that really had an effect on me, because I think that you need something akin to an existential threat in order to set you straight.
I think there's some truth to that.
Yeah.
It's sort of like if it's let's say if it's a spoiled child that that kid gets everything he or she wants, and you have sort of a Baruch assault situation, and then writ large, that is a civilization that is prosperous and where people get everything they want.
I think it's the right way to think about it developmentally and neuropsychologically, because maturation itself consists of two processes, let's say. The more mature I am, the more I'm bringing other people into the purview of my vision. So I extend myself across other people, be my family first, but then brought the community more broadly. Sure. The better you are at that, the more people you can play a game with at the same time. But you also do the same thing with the future. And that's actually, as far as I can tell, what the cortex is for. It's to move you away from primordial hedonistic motivation to this more inclusive sense of future and community, right? And that's a higher order self.
Yeah.
And so the default would be immaturity, and wealth can obviously facilitate that. And maybe it's partly because, so you're a very wealthy man. You could give your children anything they ever asked for. Okay, so why not do it? Why not every time they ask for something, why not just deliver it?
There's some wisdom that comes through the ages that you don't want to have someone be a spoiled brat. And
why do you think giving people everything they want exactly when they want it necessarily produces that? Because it seems to.
I think it almost always is.
Okay, you had a rough childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, like rough and tumble, rough childhood. Plenty of fights, and a father who was a difficult creature to contend with. Okay, what did that do for you? And are you grateful for it, or are you unhappy about it?
Well, I guess you never know the things that really made you who you are today. So at the end of the day, am I on net grateful for my life? I am. And perhaps even for the hard things. Because those hard things, I learned from them.
What did you learn? I mean, I read your biography.
It's not an autobiography.
No, it's not. No, no, definitely not.
I would tell it in a different way than Isaacson, because Isaacson, who I think is an excellent biographer, is nonetheless looking at things through his lens, and wasn't there at the time.
Right, of course, of course. Well, one of the things that stood out for me too, though, from that, and I would like your comments about this, was the rough details of your childhood. A lot of physical altercations, and a lot of, I don't know exactly how to characterize
altercations. I mean, I was almost beaten to death within an inch of my life at one point.
Right, that counts. Yeah. That definitely counts as a physical altercation.
A few blows here and there. Yeah.
If you enjoyed,
what else? I like both of those guys, actually.
I do too. I don't trust Musk because he is the richest man on the planet, but
because he's what?
Because he's the richest man on the planet. So
I like him because he gave us free speech back.
True. Well, sort of. Not fully, but yes, I get it.
Well, there is some.
I followed Jordan Peterson for like a decade or so.
Yeah, I read it,
and he's a very intelligent man. He's very on the nose about everything, and he's not afraid to say what he feels or what he thinks is right.
Oh,
and, and he does, what he says is right. Right morally, right, factually.
Oh yeah. And that's why Canada took away his license to practice.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And he wasn't having it. He's like, oh, whatever, fine. Then I won't practice. I'll just do my own thing. And I know it was terrible. They wanted him to go to re-education camp. Basically.
Yep.
It's like, oh yeah, how do you know you're living in a freaking dystopia?
That's what they told me. I had to go to that.
Let's welcome 1984. Here we go.
Well, dude, that's what they love.
I mean, I figured George Orwell was kind of right about 1984. Is just off by a few years, you know.
Yeah, it's unreal.
You've read 1984, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you ever want to hear the audiobook version of that, look up Steve Parker audiobooks
Uh-huh.
and look up 1984 from him.
Okay.
It is so incredible. It's
I have
word for
another
word.
version of 1984, and it's from. I haven't read it yet. I just got it, and it's from the perspective of Winston's girlfriend.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
isn't that interesting? Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
from
okay. Well,
her
I'd love to see that. You know.
Yeah. And then there was a guy that, like, you read Atlas Shrugged.
Yes.
Ayn Rand, and there was a guy from Feltonville, Philadelphia, in the Northeast, who wrote a like a fan fiction type thing, that was called what was it? Atlas Shrugged, or no, Atlas. What was it? Atlas. No, that was Atlas Shrugged. It was Atlas. I forget what he called it. Atlas Mugged or something. I forget what it was, but that was really good. It was just an extension of things that happened in Atlas Shrugged.
Yeah.
Basically, that the socialists will take you away too.
Yeah, to the re-education, to the camps, and yeah. So
And
it's
then
like
you wind up one day with
Animal
nothing.
Farm, another great George Orwell book. You know.
Yeah, do you hear about Harley Davidson? They're facing boycotts now because they have a woke agenda. Harley Davidson.
I know.
That's just hard to imagine.
Hardly dangerous. I mean, hardly.
Yeah. Harley Davidson, unreal.
My buddy back in the day, I say that because my buddy back in the day had this freaking bike, and it was like, it looked like a Harley, but it wasn't a Harley, and so he had painted on the tank, it said "Hardly Dangerous." He was funny. I used to. Yeah, like the DNC, buddy, like the DNC, Lou.
Yeah. Let's see.
You know, him and Rick Shaler was his name. We used to play music together all the time.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Yeah, we had a jam band. It was awesome. He was so much fun, and he worked at this pizza place. He make the best pizzas ever. Like, holy shit, dude! Like, they were like fat stacked full of meat and cheese. Like, you couldn't believe. Like, it was. I don't care where you were. Like, Yarrow Pizza was the best pizza on the planet. Oh yeah. No, it was awesome, dude.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, and I remember one time, like, my van breaks down. I got like 15 pounds of weed on me. So I got this duffel bag full of, the green shit, and fucking, I'm walking across. My van breaks down, so I walk across this overpass. It's sweltering hot out there. And I knock on his door. I'm like, okay, fuck. Hey, dude, you want to smoke a joint? He's like, sure. I tossed the big bag, and he's like, holy shit. He was awesome, though. You would love this guy. He was so funny. We'd be on stage, like, just jamming away, just play music, dance floors full, and like he'd see some hot chick, and he's like, hey, can I buy you a house? He was a really funny guy.
Cool. Now here's a Jimmy Dore, 64-year-old lifelong Democrat gets red pilled. Oh, we should watch some of that.
Well, yeah.
Hang on. We might not watch the whole thing, but
Jimmy Dore's kind of starting to wake up. Like,
yeah, he is. How about it?
Yeah. I know. It's amazing. Like,
increase this. There we go.
I like Jimmy Dore. I do like him.
11th in Denver, Colorado. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. Wall Street Apes tweeted out this 64-year-old woman who helped get Jamal Bowman elected, and then his office calls her for help again. And here's her response. Here we go.
So last night I got a call from my congressman, Jamal Bowman. I live in Westchester. He's very close to where AOC is. I originally helped him get elected. I mean, I didn't do much. I do canvassing. I go around to the houses. I do some phone lists. I've done it my whole life. Like since I'm 14, I've been actively involved in politics. My parents were involved in politics. I had a grandmother that was very involved in Brooklyn politics. It's in our blood. We're one of those families. I've always felt it was my civic duty to help get elected the people that align with your same political beliefs. I feel it's a civic duty, just like jury duty. Went to American University. I did an internship at the Democratic National Committee. I was very actively involved when I was in college. Anyway, so they called to see if I'm going to canvass for them again. And I had just been watching TikToks all day, and I'm like appalled about what's going on. And it just came over me, and I just went, I'm done.
She finally, it's nice to see. She ingested the red pill of American politics, Kurt.
Is that what that is?
I think so. And
so that's Dayquil?
She realizes that the Democrat, Republican sides that we were born believing in are about as real as an argument on the Housewives of Bumfuck.
Yeah.
Some of those arguments, I think those are more rivalry than.
But there's more to this, which I'll play, but this is like watching Leah Remini talk about Scientology after she left Scientology.
Yeah, a little bit.
Same accent, same basic story.
Yeah, mom and dad were in it.
Except Scientology, way more believable than the idea that we live in a democracy.
That's true. She did realize Scientology was wrong a lot earlier than this poor woman.
I'm done with politics.
He's done with politics.
It's a farce.
A farce.
My eyes are wide open. It's a scam. These people do not work for us.
That's right.
They work for the special interest groups. They work for the corporations. They definitely don't work for us. When my president, the man that I voted for, can't come out and just be against burying babies alive.
Can't be against it.
It's a farce. So anyway, so the kid's like, well, can we put you down? And I'm like, no. And he was like, yeah, but Jamal's a good guy. And I'm like, yeah, he's a product of a single mother. He worked in education in the Bronx.
Hold a fire alarm.
And worked in education. I hope it wasn't in fire safety. Am I right? Come on.
Hope it wasn't respecting the alarm.
I substitute teach in the Bronx. You got to be good. You got to be a good person to do that because you just don't make that much money.
Okay, here's where I disagree with her.
Yeah.
You can be a good person to teach in the Bronx. You don't have to be. You definitely don't have to be. You could be the teacher who got caught jerking off in class at the rich school and then had to go teach at the poor school.
Transferred. I know someone that happened to. Yes.
Okay, so that's okay. Okay. Or you could also be Jamal Bowman.
You could even be Jamal.
You could even be Jamal Bowman, who's not a good person.
Pull a fire alarm and say you thought it was a.
You got to be a good person. I said, yeah, but give him 20 years. He'll have blood on his hands just like the rest of them because
he already does.
Yeah.
Not work for us, and they do not have any power. They have no power over things like this.
You know what else he has on his hands? That invisible ink when you pull the fire alarm.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm done pushing along this scam. I'm not saying this like it's going to help because I don't think it's going to help. I'm just not going to do it anymore. I mean, I raised the Gen Zs, so I have some hope in the Gen Zs. They're different. I have one. They're different. And these Gen Alphas, they call them the honey badgers.
Oh, God.
I mean, they're going to have to be the honey badgers to deal with what's going on. But me personally, the 64-year-old woman sitting in a broken down old car, because I'm broke, I'm done. I realized why I stopped being active in politics when I was talking to this kid on the phone. I was like really active when I was in college. I mean, and I come from a generation that was just awful, okay? We weren't the boomers, but we're not the Gen Z. We're kind of like stuck right in the middle there. I was born in 1960, and none of my friends were interested. I was always doing rants, and they were always rolling their eyes and like glazed over. I always had to keep it completely separate from my social life. But why was I involved? I was involved because I believed it. And why did I stop? I stopped because I owed money for my car insurance. And then I got married and I got a mortgage. And then I got sick. And it took 20 years to get a diagnosis because I have an autoimmune disease, which is primarily a woman's disease, and they don't put much money into it. So I was sick all the time.
Do we really want to listen to that?
And I went, oh my God, this is by design. It's by design. They want us sick and they want us broke so that we can only think about what's right in front of our faces. And we don't think about all those abstract things. It's by design.
People are easy to control if you keep them sick.
Yeah. And also, don't look at the things in front of your faces. Don't even look at that.
Yes.
This is on purpose. And I just won't be a part of it anymore. So I tell her to the kid, and I don't know if I'm going to get a visit from like some federal office or something, but I'm like, burn the whole MF thing down. Burn it down.
Yep.
Well, they are doing that. Don't worry. They're currently in the work. That's in the works.
They're the people you voted for are burning down the country.
We might be with nuclear fire. There's still time.
It's unreal, isn't it?
The people you helped get elected are burning down the country. And, you know, when you say, oh, Jamal Bowman and those people don't have any power in a situation like this. Yeah, when they did have power and they could have flexed it, they didn't do it then either.
Well, they would have had their power taken away immediately. The whole thing's a sham. I just really appreciate that this is not a Jimmy Dore viewer. This woman just lived her life and figured it out. So it wasn't any misinformation or nothing.
No.
She just was like, oh, this isn't work. See, that's how cults work or whatever you're in. Like, you don't, why would you have a witness? You couldn't have talked me out of it. You could have had all your evidence, whatever the hell you think.
Right.
You wouldn't have talked me out of shit. When it doesn't work how it's supposed to, and they tell you it's a solution for everything, such as our liberal democratic world order. It solves everything. And then when it solves nothing for you, that's when you drop out of it. It's got nothing to do with misinformation of any kind.
So she says, burn it all down. I bet she was, I'm sure she was one of the people who read, the type of person who read the smear piece about me during Forced to Vote and thought that Jimmy Dore, he hates Democrats. He's a right winger. No, I was
trying to get her an ass.
I just got to where you are way earlier than you.
Yeah. Try to get her.
I saw the system for what it was way earlier than you did.
Yep.
Well,
but it turns out the geniuses over at Breaking Points finally figured out that Cornel West isn't really running for president. Oh, really? A year after Jimmy Dore figured that out. Isn't that something?
I know. You did bring it up every day, in fairness to you. I want to talk to people like this that just figured it out, because New York, last time I was in New York, everybody was dumb as shit. They didn't know anything. So she's ahead of the curve. People that I know that work in like major news networks. Okay. So I'm just curious, like what, so that means bottom line is, unless it got hard for you, so you're Howard Stearns, who's like, oh, Joe Biden's like my dad. You know, I have zillions of dollars in a car elevator and everything's going great. I couldn't care less about you. Or you Joy Behar, your big problem is you couldn't go to Italy.
Yeah.
Right?
Remember that?
Everybody else that got fucked. This is what I think they're not getting is like, is it going well for you? You need to maintain a certain number of people that it's going well enough for, that they're going to ignore the things in front of their goddamn face. You can do it because you can afford it, but people that can't afford it, they're going to notice things in front of their face.
So there's a dyed in the wool Biden voter, a vote blue no matter who. Oh, you see what Edward Snowden said? They didn't tell you that when they told you to vote blue no matter who, they didn't tell you the who was the police state.
Yeah,
I picked it up. I felt that I could.
That's what she's just figuring out. Yeah. So I say I welcome this woman. Welcome to the
party.
To the people who see the system for what it is. Welcome. Hey, come see us do a live show.
No, thanks. Crazy, huh? Hey, Chris, what's up, bro?
Hey, brother Rich, how you doing? How
All right,
are you, Commander? How's it going?
Chris, how are you, sir?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
Oh, if I was any better, I'd be twins.
Okay, for everybody that's out there now, let's buckle up your seatbelts. Let's get this thing going now.
Okay. Should I get the 5-point harness on, or
hey, let's go. Richard's bringing it, and we're going to help him bring it more.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Chris, you're awesome, buddy. I love your attitude about everything. So,
got to have the attitude to bring on this nonsense that's coming our way.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? As far as Biden, Kamala Harris, because it's a whole thing online where a lot of the African Americans don't want Kamala Harris because she has not been for the African American people, because she's not African American, because she's trying to portray that.
She's Canadian.
And
she's Canadian, and she's East Indian.
She's
East Indian.
She's East Indian and
Well,
Jamaican.
she's Jamaican. Yeah, she's Jamaican.
Oh, there's a bit of black in there. Okay,
Mother's
sorry.
from India, father's Jamaican.
Yeah, she's trying to present herself as down with the cause.
Oh, I know.
No, a lot of the people online already see what's going on, because in California, when she was the AG, she was locking up a lot of African American people for a little nickel bag, dime bag, weed.
She did it because she wanted to build her list of convictions up.
Right.
People, she what did she do? She withheld evidence and kept a guy on death row just because she wanted to get reaelected.
So we all know, we all know now. We all definitely know. That's why the Democrats want to have a open convention. Right now, we see she's the vice president right now, and all of the delegates are going to her. But guess what? They are going to have a open, and I think it would be West Virginia. Munchin would be the scare, not Kamala. Not Kamala. Kamala, however you would say it, however it's said, she's not it. And they know, they all know. The Democratic people know.
Just post
that's not it. That's not it. She's not it.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about how we think she's they're going to try something at the convention to get rid of her, but I keep going back to let me see this. I keep going back to the delegates and the money. That's what it is about for these guys. Let me see if I can get it here.
Yeah, it's a Twitter link, obviously, x.com. But yeah, it's Andrew Schultz just clowning on the Kamala thing. It's a really hilarious video. Like, you guys will love it. Like, everybody here will love it.
Excuse me, dude. If Bill Maher can say Kamala Harris is not the one,
right,
and he has a lot of followers,
she's
not the one.
And Bill Maher is so far left. He's even like
he's a moderate.
He's almost right. He's so far left. Like
exactly, he's a moderate lefty because he tries to get the lefties, the far left, in tune. But when they go off script, he just tried to tell them, y'all crazy. He does say that. He does tell them, y'all crazy.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he's been doing it. Like, he was against the woke.
Right.
He was. The thing is, he was against the woke. He was against the Islamic fundamentalists. And when he is against something, he's so spot on that you wonder, how can you be such an a-hole in everything else?
He does see what's going on.
Yeah,
he does.
But
he has moments of lucidity. I'll give him that. But
there was a piece where he did, like, it was a warm-up. I've been trying to find it. I saw it once, but I can't find it anymore. But I think Barry Cunningham played it, and it was about yeah, I'm gonna play that in a sec. It was Bill Maher. Like, they don't just come out and do their show; they do a warm up act.
Yes,
and they get the audience, hyped and all that, right? So he tells jokes and he does a monologue, right? Well, he was doing it. He was talking about when Trump got shot. And he was saying, like, whoa, I'm not saying that I'm happy he got shot. No, we're not about that here. We, people we dislike, we don't want anything to happen. He goes, but then he started talking. He goes, he's the luckiest guy in the world. Like, yeah, I'm like, maybe he just got friggin' shot in his ear. He's lucky. And he goes, think about this. He gets shot in the ear. He goes down. He gets up. He goes, there's chaos all over the place. He's got the Secret Service agents come around him. There's a flag up here, and he puts his arm up and starts yelling, fight, fight. And the iconic photo is taken. He goes, how the fuck did he get all that in place at one time? It was funny as hell. He's like, if there is a God, he's on his side.
Yeah.
It was pretty hilarious, but I can't find it anywhere. Let's play this other one. Here we go.
Biden is out and Kamala is in. The election went from drool runnings to cool runnings faster than a female cop can fumble her firearm. Move over, RFK. This November, we've got a new throat goat, and apparently her headshots don't miss. Kamala Harris, or as we call her, Warhawk Tua, the half-black, half-Indian parents met at a 7-Eleven robbery, is officially the Democratic nominee. Surely the Dems, the party that calls Trump the end of democracy, surely they allowed the voters to choose Kamala, right? What? No? Wait, there's no right to choose? Guys, this is a presidential election, not a woman's body in Oklahoma. Now, I don't want to seem like a flat earthing, dinosaur denying, believe all women conspiracy theorist, but it kind of feels like the Democrats dragged Biden's lifeless corpse through the campaign long enough to avoid a primary so they could place whoever they wanted as the nominee. And that's about as democratic as North Korea's Got Talent. Sidebar, last year's winner, Ching Chong Chestnut, ate 36 rats. Congratulations, Ching Chong. That's a lot of rats. We'll look forward to seeing how many you eat next year. What I'm saying is they used a vegetable to install a plant. And honestly, we would have been happier with a fruit. But the reality is it doesn't matter. Last week, Trump became invincible. Literally. He was leading before, and now he's number one with a bullet. At this point, if the Dems wanted to beat Thrifty Cent, they'd have to run George Washington, and Kamala could work for him. Paid. Now, why is Trump invincible? Because he has the power of Hulkamania, obviously, brother, with a hard R. And also because this pimple-lipped, pug-faced incel, we'll call him a trench bulldog, tried to make Trump's brain public domain. Fortunately, even a bullet couldn't make Donald open-minded. Now, getting a shot off at the president must be an incredibly difficult thing to accomplish. I mean, not as difficult as finding binoculars to fit his eyes. Jesus, he looks like the sloth from Ice Age. But he must have designed a pretty ingenious plot to circumvent the Secret Service and oh, what's that? Wait, you're saying that Herbie Potter was just walking around with a loaded gun like he was on an Alec Baldwin set? He was carrying a fucking ladder and a rangefinder. He propped it up on a building that had cops in it, positioned himself on the roof with a perfect sight line to the president, and no one did anything? This Mickey Mouse security detail was so goofy it made Donald duck. Oh, boy. Who's in charge of the Secret Service? A lady? Wait, what? Seriously? Well, of course she didn't have anyone on top of the building. Women only care about shots on a roof when there's a pool party. Now, I don't want to seem like a Bigfoot tracking, moon landing denying Jews don't control the weather conspiracy theorist, but it doesn't exactly feel like a 20-year-old fetal alcohol face McLovin should be able to infiltrate the most advanced security detail in history. I mean, the only other thing he's penetrated was his palm. Did Kim Cheadle hire Epstein's NyQuil Night Watch? What the fuck is going on here? This just doesn't feel right. And that's the problem. Nothing feels right. We have officially entered the post-truth age. We can't trust the media. We can't trust the government. We can't trust the pharmaceutical industry. We can't even trust the food we eat. So who can you trust? Me, your good friend Schultz. This episode has been brought to you by...
Yeah.
No, it goes on.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Hang on.
It
I'm going to
does.
bring in the other one. I'm going to bring in the one that Chris put up.
Yep.
Where is it? There it is. Oh, it didn't come through yet.
No.
Yeah, it didn't come through yet.
Oh, no. No.
Let's see, Linda Hunter. Hold on. What's going on? Hang on.
Why? Come on.
I'm trying to get it
Yeah,
to come.
Bobbity, exactly. We were in the post-truth age long before everyone noticed. Yeah.
Oh, so it must be above. Oh, you
Lou's
know what it is?
Lou's gonna piss
You know what it
himself
is, Chris? I don't think I have you listed as a moderator. Hang on. I'll change.
Whoa.
I'll change that.
You're a
Hang
moderator on my site. Yeah, you're a moderator on my site.
Hang on. I'm trying to find you now.
Okay.
You know what you can do? You can text me the link if you want.
Yeah.
I don't know how the hell I'm gonna get this.
You can scroll up. I think he tried to post something here.
Okay, I would do it this way. If you can, let's see here.
Oh yeah, you can't. Okay. I can go back to the beginning as a mod, but I don't know if you.
I'm trying to figure out. I forget how to make him a mod. Am I doing the StreamYard?
Hey, Chris,
Chris,
can you?
Yes, sir.
Can you in YouTube? Can you? Oh, there you go. Yeah. So just now he's in YouTube. So now you can select him.
Yes.
Well, no, he's not. I got to make him a mod because he can't do links because he's not a mod.
I know. But now he's just posted something in YouTube.
No, he
here,
posted
so
something. He posted the link. That's what he posted.
I know, but he just posted just a.
Well, I don't see what he posted. That's not a link because when he posts a link,
No,
it doesn't
it's
say,
not
"Oh,
a
there
link.
it is, Black Preacher." Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well, hold
So
on.
now you can actually turn him
Now I
into a
can
mod.
say.
Now.
Hang on. That's put user in timeout. No, I want to make him a mod. Do I do that in StreamYard? No, I was in StreamYard. That's why. You know, the damn comments still aren't coming through.
Oh, yeah, I know.
On YouTube because you can't grab it from StreamYard. You just can't. Yeah. So wow, I'm still waiting for his comments to come through. Let me see. Where's Yeah, it should come.
You got him on. You got him on YouTube, right? Because I'm watching.
No,
YouTube
wait, no, he's not showing up. So we have Bobbity who put. I have both of Bobbity's comments, but Chris is in the middle. Did not show up. That's weird.
Really? Because I see them both.
Weird. All right, let me go into my channel, and I'll just add them there.
Now copy the link that I just not the link, but
Well,
what I just showed
you. Did you text me? Did you text it to me?
Okay,
dude, I can't get the link. It won't let me copy it until I make you a moderator. I'm trying to make you a mod, but I can't see you. I can't see you. Okay. Yeah, I can't see you, man. So let's see moderators. There we go. So what's your name on YouTube? What is it? Chris Hunter?
Yes,
what's the name of your channel? Just Chris Hunter with a space?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, hang on.
What you just sent me, I'm sending it to you.
Hunter. No, that's not you. No, that's not you. That's not you. Damn. Oh. What's your channel's name, Chris?
Rich, give me a sec. I'm a text it to you right now.
All right.
I'm texting to you right now.
Okay.
Give me a sec.
All right. There you go.
I'm only going to give you a little bit, so that way you can copy. Is still going to give you. Oh, Kamala, or whatever her name is.
Kamala.
Turn on. That's all we need. That's all I need. That's all I need there. That's all I need right there.
What's that?
I saw an AI generated image of Kamala mixed with a hyena. It was hilarious because you can hear her cackle. Like,
A-L-A. That's all you need. That's all you need.
Bobbity. This entire channel's losing DI points with each passing minute for this in front.
That's all you need there. That's all you need there. It's coming your way. It's coming your way, Rick.
All right.
Your way.
All right, man.
Yep. That's all you need right there.
Black Preacher turn on Kamala.
That's it. That's all you need.
What? That's the name of the video?
Put that in. You'll see. That's all you need.
All right. Cool. Copy. There we go. Yeah, it wouldn't let me copy the link. So
I don't know why.
yeah,
But
well, I don't either.
up
But,
right there.
I don't either. But here we are. All right, hang on, coming up.
This should solidify everybody that's watching.
Oh, this is the Hodge twins.
Yes.
All right. You
I
didn't
like
say
those
that.
guys.
Now you want to cut them for about maybe 2 minutes. They're going to present.
Yeah, I see it.
There you go, right there. See?
All right, hang on. Let me bring it in.
I like those guys. They're freaking hilarious.
I
too.
love
Yes,
really good.
yes.
All right, hang on.
Oh yeah, you went a little bit. Go back.
I now declare you spouses for life.
Until you want to divorce like everyone else.
He was the first.
Now that is who supposed to deliver us. Now, are you crazy? I like what Maya Angelou said. She said, when the people show you who they are, believe them. That's Kamala. And let me tell you, anybody who's trying to turn America into Sodom and Gomorrah is not good for this nation. She's not good for the state, and she ain't good for black folk.
Hallelujah.
These guys.
Hey, a lot of people forget when Kamala was trying to become the president of the United States.
And her poll numbers.
Her poll numbers was horrible. And
if she wins the election,
I have no faith in the election system. Absolutely no faith. Yeah. Because she was one of the first people to drop out.
She didn't get a single delegate.
Because nobody liked her. Now, all of a sudden, everybody likes her? I don't think so. Yeah, but in the debate, they brought up what this pastor was talking about. Check out this video.
I want to bring in Congresswoman Gabbard. Congresswoman Gabbard, you took issue with Senator Harris confronting Vice President Biden at the last debate. You called it a, quote, false accusation that Joe Biden is a racist. What's your response?
I want to bring the conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting Black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris, your response?
As the elected Attorney General of California,
that's all you have to show.
I did the work of significant.
That's all you have to show, Rich. That there, once Trump get a hold of her in the debate, that's it. Prior to the debate, the Democratic convention already knows she's not a strong candidate. They need to put somebody else up in there. They know that.
Yeah, but I honestly don't think they have a bench that could beat Trump. I just don't.
No, they don't. They don't.
I know.
Remember what we said 3 weeks ago. They're going to concede to this. They want to groom a candidate for, they want to, for Vance, JD Vance. They want to groom somebody for JD Vance. They already know they're going to concede this. Kamala's not it. But she's going to get, she was the first black, this, that, and the other. That don't mean nothing. You don't have any policy, anything to go. We're going to go with 2028. And that's what they want to do. That's exactly what they want to do.
Yep. Let's see if we can find something else. Chicago just flipped red. We got a migrant in Chicago. Hold on. Oh, jeez. Here's one. How to end a friendship with me over Trump. That ought to be interesting. What are you laughing at? What did he write? Yeah, Christy Gnome. Yeah, I don't like Tulsi because she voted for every progressive bill that came before her. Voted for every one of them. You don't just change your stripes overnight. Yeah, she voted every single progressive thing that Nancy Pelosi threw at her. She voted for it. Well, they did that just to get along. Well, then, you know what? They don't belong in Congress, as far as I'm concerned. The interest in these women.
Bobby's right. Also.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah,
Dan Skippy, he's right.
Yeah.
If that thing wasn't 10 minutes long. Here, let's watch this anyway. I'm gonna watch this anyway. Let's go. It promises to be good. How to end a friendship with me over Trump. Here we go.
See the title. Yeah, so it's earlier. Yeah, I saw this earlier.
This one for the books. Share it with your friends. I have posted this on Facebook probably a half a dozen times. When you run into an idiot that comes on your wall or brings foolishness about Trump, politely ask them one simple question. Please enumerate for me by listing any laws that Trump has signed, executive orders that Trump has signed that has violated your constitutional protections.
He didn't. Right.
Destroyed.
Bad speech. Jesus.
Or make the country a worse place. Now, if they can't answer that question, and 99.9% of the time, they cannot answer that question because they are ignorant of politics altogether, but they think they're on point because they listen to CNN or MSNBC, and even Rhino supporters who listen to Fox News, because Fox News never calls out the rhinos that have given aid and comfort to the Democrats, because neither party wants Trump in office because Trump was overturning the money changers table. That's what this is all about. So when I asked him that question, how the conversation started, we were talking about music in a band and a trip to Jamaica, and then he said, "Hey man, your boy," because he's from Jamaica, "your boy almost got shot." I said, "Listen, don't talk to me about Trump, man. I'm just saying." I said, "I'll tell you what, answer this one question for me." And of course, I put the question to him, and then he started trying to overtalk me, and I finally was able to get in this statement. So I'm getting ready to use a bad word, y'all. All right. And me and this guy went to college together, been friends for a long time. But I have simply had enough. I said, listen, you can't talk to me about Trump because you are an ignorant fuck.
All right, that's the word.
That does not understand anything about politics. You hate the man because you have been told to. You can't name one thing that the man has done to you. Nothing. Everything that the people are doing about Donald Trump is about him personally, and most of it are lies. And that is the God's heaven truth. Trump is not a racist. Before he decided to run, everybody loved him.
Yeah, they did.
Jesse Jackson.
Al Sharp.
Messi Jackson. Al Sharpton.
Yeah.
Oprah Winfrey. Everybody loved Trump when he was a Democrat, but the man got hip and started seeing how the country was being destroyed and decided to do something against it. Who in the hell would be mad with somebody wanting to secure the border to keep the illegals from coming across it? Who has a problem with that? Right. Who in the world would be mad with not wanting boys to use the girls' bathrooms. Who in the world would have a problem with somebody wanting you to be able to defend yourselves? Hell, I've got 2 guns in my car right now. None of those
I
things
usually only have one.
did Trump do to try and destroy the country. But that's what they said in that BS press conference that Biden did about, we've got to come together. Man, you were the one saying the man was an existential threat
Yep.
to democracy.
Yep.
Those are your words. They came out of your mouth and all of the other idiots. So I am sick of dumb fucks who do not understand the political system and what's going on. And anybody that supports Joe Biden for 2 reasons. One, the man has a past of racial discrimination. What he did to the Negroes with the crime bill of 1994 is abominable. The man fought against desegregation in Virginia. He campaigned with the guy. Robert Byrd, look him up. Robert Byrd was one of his heroes.
He's a
all of this, the man is an unprecedented liar, saying he graduated top of his class when it was a class of 75, 85, I think that's the number. He graduated at the bottom, I think 76. The man lied. The man even just recently said he created NATO. Hell, he was only 6 years old. All of this is out there, but they don't pay attention to any of it. So that's one reason. Number 2, the man is senile, and fools are still going to go and vote for him. So look, I've been doing this a long time. All right? I've been speaking on these political issues. And I drive times like...
What's going on?
I probably
pause it.
Yeah,
that's weird. I don't have. I never have bandwidth problems.
Probably had made one in a couple of months.
Yeah,
but it's been
months.
Hell, he was only 6 years old.
But I just went back.
I probably had made one in a couple of months.
Still hear him.
But it's been months, multiple months that I have not been doing it. People always say, man, you need to make more drive times. You need to make, and I'm going to tell you something. Because of all of the ignorance that I see, I feel that it's not really having an impact because most people don't get it. Because I've got friends that are dumb as fuck that don't understand what the hell is going on politically. I have friends that are white, that are Republicans, who support rhinos. They too are dumb as fuck. Yes, I'm cursing because I am just letting it out. After the man was nearly assassinated, people don't understand how close we came. Those of us that understand how close we came to seeing all of this turned upside down, and that senile fool remaining in office because who would step up after Trump?
Did you notice that Biden didn't step down until after they thought they were going to kill him? And he survived?
God saved Trump. It wasn't Secret Service.
Yeah.
They jumped on him after the fact when they were being warned in advance that there was a shooter on the roof. I'm telling you, they attempted to take him out. It was another John F. Kennedy assassination attempt again, except in John F. Kennedy's situation, they succeeded. Martin Luther King, they succeeded. Malcolm X, they succeeded. RFK, they succeeded. And understand something. The Secret Service that's protecting or supposed to be protecting Donald Trump, they work for Joe Biden. Okay? And it was local law enforcement that was part and parcel to the problem with John F. Kennedy being assassinated. That's right. Man, watch the videos. But people won't take time to research a damn thing. So I'm sick of ignorant fucks. I don't care if they are my friends. And I am going to take this video and send it to that guy. Damn. I'm going to send it to him because I want him to watch it. But it ain't going to do a damn bit of good because he is an ignorant fuck who won't take the time to go and learn. Smart man knows technology like 90 going north, but he won't do shit.
Going north.
Oh, God. Boy, see, they really got me going in. He won't do a damn thing to try and educate himself about the political process. And I have had it with political fucks. When they post on my Facebook channel anything out of ignorance, I'm just summarily blocking them without even consequences. Y'all notice when I do drive, I'm not doing this to make money. I don't ask you for a damn thing. Nothing. I'm just trying to put the information out there so that you will get it for yourself. More importantly, I wish that you would do your own research. I shouldn't have to spoon feed everything.
Right.
So that just really got to me with that conversation, and I just hung up on it. When he said F Trump, I just went on and disconnected the call. So as soon as I say this video, I'm going to copy the link and I'm going to send it to him. And I really don't give a damn if he listens to it or not. And I'm going to tell you why, because it ain't going to do a damn bit of good. He still ain't going to go and research nothing. He's not going to look up the past of Joe Biden. All he's going to do is still be stuck with his head up his ass, believing everything that he has been told about Trump. And he can't name not one single executive order, not one piece of legislation that Trump has put forth that has destroyed democracy, that has impacted his life or made the country worse. Nothing. And the most glaring example of what segregation Jim Crow Joe has done was to overturn everything that Donald Trump put in place in relation to the border. Just that one issue alone ought to be enough to wake that dumbass up, but it hasn't. But those people up in Chicago and New York, they did.
He's right. He's right. Let's see if he has something else.
Time out.
You got to run?
No.
Oh.
I'm with you, man.
Oh, all right.
I'm with those. Everybody that has a person like that, I wouldn't say they're brainwashed, but they kept listening to that media of Trump this, Trump that. My brother was over a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen my brother in in a minute. My oldest brother. My brother did 26 years, Afghanistan, all everything from 91 till now.
Hello.
Survived.
What's going on?
I'm with my brother. And he came over last week and he wanted to talk to me about Israel and Hamas. And he just started out with Israel is the evil and Hamas is this. And I said, hold up, wait a minute. You're, bro.
He fought over there.
Yes. Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran. He was over there. And I'm talking to my brother and I'm like, bro, I love you, but you're supporting a terrorist organization. My brother flipped out on me. I mean, like, people in my neighborhood could hear him. Oh, Israel's doing this. Israel's doing that. And he left, the house and everything. And they're like, okay, he gonna go. And since then, I haven't spoken to my brother since then. And it's been about maybe 2 weeks because they listened to that MSNBC, CNN, all those, and they put that in their heads. People, you have to open your minds up to understand. Listen. Listen.
They don't want to.
Right.
Yeah. The only time a lot of people like that will listen is when they see it hits their wallet. And you have people that don't have wallets. Therefore, it didn't hit their wallet because their check's always going to come. You know what I'm talking about. So they're always going to vote the same way. They call it oppression. And I say you can't keep calling it oppression if you keep voting for it, and you keep voting for it.
Oh, man. I'm trying to tell you people. Rich is trying to tell you people, wake up, wake up, wake up. The African American people are waking up to Kamala Harris. They have a lot of videos out there. They're explaining it and then they're spreading it out there. She is not for the people. She is not. She wants to present herself as an African American female. She's not.
Yeah, she's not.
She's Jamaican and Indian.
Right.
But she's out there cackling.
Well, they say she's the first black woman. So because they know they can't get away with African American, even though Biden in his speech, he had said she could be the first African American woman to be president, and she's not. And a lot of people took issue with it, because she's not. So
she's not. She is not what the African American experience is. Like they was having a lot of thing about Barack Obama. His dad was African. His mother was Caucasian American. They wanted to say he's African American, but did not experience what we went through here in America. You lived in Hawaii, Kansas to Hawaii. And then you want to lecture people in Chicago about fair and equity and we have to do this and this is us. No. And the people fell for it.
Yep.
From Chicago. And then look at Chicago now. 30 violent acts of violence every week.
Oh yeah, dude. There's
every week
50 shootings. That's like a Friday,
Saturday, Sunday morning, and then everybody.
I used to write stories about them. And people finally said to me, "What's up, brother?"
Jimmy.
People said to me, "Stop writing these stories every week," and I'm like, "Why?" Because it seems that everybody knows that all these people are getting shot and all these people are getting murdered. And nobody gives a damn. Nobody in that city is doing anything. The only one that talked about doing something was Trump. He said, I could bring federal troops in there and clean it up in 2 weeks. They said,
they said that was racist. They said that was racist.
Yeah, it's like, how could that be racist? You're trying to save lives.
No, that was racist. He wasn't supposed to do that. That was racist. That wasn't cool. No. Because they keep listening to MSNBC, CNN, and Joy Behar, Joy Reid, all those people wake up. If you already woke, tell your family members.
Yep.
Don't engage in them. Just give them the facts.
Yep.
Give them the facts. Don't argue with them. Give them the facts. That's all you need. Let them wake their mind up.
So what's going on, Jimmy?
Not much. You like the shirt?
You missed, bitch.
Hey, this one's for you, Jimmy.
How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. What's going on? You missed. I love the shirt, brother. I love the shirt.
Love it, man. Love it. Love it.
I was tired. I would have came on earlier, but
yeah,
still tired.
It's all right.
So what's going on with Trump, Rich? Anything new?
No, well, he's doing another rally in Harrisburg Wednesday, but it's going to be indoors because he's not doing outdoor rallies anymore.
Is there going to be a debate between him and Kamala?
I hope so.
Oh,
Yeah,
that would
there
be
is,
so
Rich.
much fun.
There is.
Oh,
Rich.
yeah.
There
Well,
is.
because
Kamala
Mike
had
Pence, believe it or not, Mike Pence, who I don't like even a little bit, he destroyed her. If you remember, she told lie after lie, and he just sat there and he goes, that's ridiculous even for you guys. And then another point, he said, no, I don't mind you saying it. He goes, it's just, I wish you would stop lying and start telling the truth. He said it to her, right? And she had nothing to say. So she can be defeated. It's just she plays that game. I'm still talking. I'm talking. You're going to interrupt me. I'm talking. But yet she interrupts you all the time. She's just a pain in the ass.
I just walked, Richie. I just walked to the Chinese store. There's a whole corner of young black kids, right? Yeah, in their 20s. And they love my shirt. They're like, yo, man, where you get that shirt? Yeah.
So you walk to the Chinese store, you're probably going to have to do that again in about half an hour, right?
Well, there was a shooting at that store.
I got it.
I'm sorry.
Most of them kids are,
I got it.
Most of them kids are
I can't
gang
help.
members. Most of them kids are like a drug gang.
You see this?
So,
Bobbity writes,
oh, man,
Kamala
who's
could
sure?
get destroyed by a particularly smart ostrich. True. It's true.
The passage of time. I love that one.
Yeah.
The passage of time.
Oh, Jimmy, did you see? Sorry, go ahead, Jimmy.
She's trying to put herself out as like a black American, and I don't think most black people see her as black.
They don't.
She's Indian and Jamaican, right?
Yeah, Indian and Jamaican. And I mean, this is why they came up with the term person of color.
Right.
Because AOC is now a person of color, right? Right.
This is the left's DEI.
Yeah.
And if you don't accept it, you're a racist.
Yeah. Yeah, it's messed up.
Yeah, Bobbity. Sorry, wrong number.
Exactly. Exactly. She's not qualified. Point blank. I don't care if she's black, white.
I'm going to say this, okay? Neither
she's not qualified.
Neither one of
anything.
Neither one of her parents were even green card holders when she was born.
No.
Do you know that?
Wasn't
they were
she
not even
Canadian?
nationals
She
of
was
the United
Canadian
States.
too,
So
wasn't she?
technically, if you read the Constitution, she's not
She
born.
can't be.
She's not
She's not allowed to be president.
Right.
She cannot be president.
I know, but you know what? They're going to
American.
try to get away with that anchor baby.
I know. She was literally born in Canada.
No, she was born here, but they
born
moved
here.
to Canada.
Oh,
and her parents got
Her
divorced.
father were not American citizens.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
See, Ted Cruz was born in Canada too, but he is an American citizen because his mother was from Delaware. She was an
Right.
American citizen.
Right.
Barack Obama was born in Kenya and in Nana Sarah's home, but his mother was an American citizen, so he's an American citizen.
Okay.
Hey, Leanne's back. Here you go.
Hi, Leanne.
Read while she's chiming in. Read the
Okay.
Constitution, please.
Yes. I have it with me every day.
Yeah, I know. I have it too.
Yep,
on my
I have
phone.
it with me
I
every
have
day.
several versions on my phone.
I got the one from the Heritage Foundation.
Oh, Jimmy, did you hear Tom McDonald's song? You know, the white rapper guy. The one you missed, you know.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, it was good.
He did pretty good. Like, you know,
put
I'm
that
not a
out
huge
like
fan,
a
but
good.
like he
I
did
like
pretty good. Like,
Yeah, I like them. I always did.
yeah. I'm a fan of the face.
I don't
tats,
really
but
like the
hey, whatever.
music, but I like his
I do.
message.
I like the message. Yeah.
I was into hip hop for a while. Yeah, for a few years. Matter of fact, I went to Hobson's concert in Philly. Shit. He came out. He was walking on the crowd. He wasn't bouncing. He was walking on the crowd. It was pretty
Really?
cool, man. I never saw anybody do that. He was
Not
upright
surfing, just
walking
literally
all over the
walking.
place on the crowd.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, I know.
People probably putting their hands up for his feet and
He did
everything.
a really good show too. I was happy with it.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. think it was at the electric factory.
Rich,
Very
Linda
cool.
Hunter said, "Oh my God, did you see Kamala coming out of a record store with some black music?" I saw that. I saw.
Yeah. Hillary's hot sauce in her purse. She always carries hot
It was
sauce.
a photo op. It was a photo.
Yeah, of course. Well, I played one earlier, Jim. She was on the phone with Barack and Michael, and she was on a cell phone, and she knew she was being filmed because this was a photo op, right? So she's talking to him, but the fucking speakerphone's on the cell, but she's acting like she's talking because she wanted the mic in front of her to be able to pick it up. It was such a bullshit fake call.
We did it, Joe. We did it.
Well, Richie, is there a chance that they can not nominate her?
Yes.
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 Jimmy, Bernie Sanders in 2016 should have gotten the nomination. And at the convention, well, actually in 2016, that's wrong. Hillary bribed the DNC chairwoman, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and said, I will fund all of your candidates because Barack left the DNC penniless. I'll fund them all if you guarantee me the nomination. And she said, you got a deal. And so they knocked him out.
Wait a minute. All the left-wing news stations are saying that she's got over half the delegates or something already.
That's the problem that I talked about earlier tonight, Jim. She could get the delegates and the money. It's the money that they fundraised under Biden-Harris. She has access because she is Harris, so she has access to it. It's very difficult to be able to transfer delegates to another person that's not part of Biden-Harris because the laws of many states say, well, you got to go back to the state and you got to vote on delegates. They got to vote again.
Okay, but here's the thing, Rich. Does she have those delegates, or are they just saying that?
No, she does. Well, she can take them because it's Biden-Harris. She's Harris of Biden-Harris. She can take them, and she's got the money too. Unless she gives the money away, I don't see her doing that.
Okay, so then how can they then still upset her at the convention?
Well, because there's rules. There's rules that they can do. This is what they did in 2020 to Bernie Sanders. He was ahead again, and they
no refunds.
What's that?
No refunds.
Yeah. He was ahead again, and they have rules that they do that they can bump them out because they have a thing called super delegates, and super delegates are pretty much chosen. They're people who have been loyal to the Democratic Party. They're donors or hitmen, political hitmen, right? But stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I remember some people sued the DNC for doing that in 2016, and the judge ruled that the DNC is a private organization. It can do whatever the hell it wants. And then I was making the argument, I don't know what anybody else did, but I was making the argument saying, well, a lot of people donated hard money to Bernie thinking he had a shot, and that's fraud because they gave a lot of money to his campaign. $21 was the average donation, he said. So I don't know, man. You would think there would be fraud there, but they said no. I would think there was fraud.
Yeah, that's fraud. That's fraud. That's fraud.
That's what I would say.
Well, the Bernie Sanders voters should be able to demand their money back.
Yeah, but it wasn't Bernie's fault, right?
No. Yeah, but still.
It wasn't Bernie's fault. They weren't going after him. They weren't going after him. They were going after the fact that the DNC rigged it.
Wait a minute. I'm not saying Bernie had to give it back. The DNC should be able to know.
Well, the DNC should be paying reparations as well because it was the Democratic Party that did all that bullshit.
Basically, yes. Yes. Yes.
Who's that, Vinny? You talking about Vinny, Lou?
Feel the burn, yeah.
He bent the knee twice, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember during the St. George
volume dealer.
riots
Good to
when
see
he
you.
went up to a microphone and those two black women came up and stole the mic out of his hand? I remember that.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. That was the beginning of the Black Lives Movement when they stole the mic from Bernie
No, I
Sanders.
think that whole Trayvon thing was over with when they did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah.
Because that was in 2016 or 17. Or no, 2000.
Around at that time, yeah. Yep. Around at that time.
Bobbity, burning sandals.
I mean, Bernie got cheated by a chick. And didn't say anything. Didn't say nothing. And then he voted for her. He supported her.
Yeah.
So how's he supposed to be a leader when he got fucking...
I think he cut a deal with Biden when it happened to him in 2020. And I think the deal was that he would drop out. Remember Buttigieg was the first one that dropped out? Well, I think Bernie thought, all right, I'm going to get something out of this. So I will also drop out and support Joe if Joe brings a lot of my ideas into the platform. And he did. So a lot of that progressive bullshit that ended up in the platform of the Biden campaign, that came from Bernie and AOC. If you remember, the two of them went around touring, giving speeches about Biden. And it was because he was going to put their shit in there.
Yeah.
Who is this?
Hey,
I haven't seen you before. Welcome. And unless you're Nelson, then I'm going to kick you. Yeah, Elon Musk. Vote for Trump. Usually self-hater Candace Owens.
Fucking Nelson.
Always the dusty, homophobic, religious, low-value people who vote Republican Party, afraid of progressive change and sympathy for others. Nelson, you've outdone yourself with the avatar. Look at this. He's blowing it up, man. That's a
ugly eye bag. I'm gone. Jesus Christ.
That's a shame. He's gone. Oh well.
Oh well. These things happen. Yeah, he's pretty easy
30.
to spot.
He got a lot in 30 seconds, didn't he?
I know.
You know.
What did he say? I didn't see it.
He gets Aphrodite. He was talking about Candace Owens and whatnot. Like, it was just a bunch of Nelson nonsense.
You could tell it's Nelson. Like, look at that. He's pretty
Nelson
obvious.
always has a tell.
Yeah,
but that avatar was pretty good.
I know.
Rich, did you see what he did to Stuttering John? He said,
yeah.
He got on live and then he showed
Got him
a
a
picture
strike.
of a woman shitting into a jar or something.
Yeah.
And he got banned for 2 weeks.
Yep. Yep.
Lou's like, that was quick. I violated. Oh my goodness.
That's funny.
I hope all you guys hit the like button here too, by the way.
Yeah, thank you
That
for
would be
saying that.
great.
Of course.
You know,
Appreciate it.
Hit that like button.
just
Hit
promote.
that like button.
Subscribe, you know.
Yeah, subscribe, leave a comment. Nobody leaves
Dude,
comments.
you're almost at 1,500 subscribers now, so
Yeah, it's taken a long time, hasn't it?
I know, and I share your shit every day. I don't comment every day, and I share.
Getting more.
But I'm like, usually I like see your video, and I'm like, I put it on, and I give it a like,
been a
and
long road.
then I have to go, and I'm just super busy these days, and
I ain't no ways tired. No one told me that I the Hillary theft, right? Remember when she did that? Oh God, cringe. Let me see.
Fucking Bobby. I hit the like button so hard YouTube gave me a domestic violence
That's funny.
I'd hit that.
That's hilarious.
I used to have a shirt. It was like a donkey pinata, and it said, "I'd hit that."
That's hilarious. What was that?
I have a terrible sense of humor, so bear with me.
Oh, Matt Walsh.
And on that note, I have to go. I got so much work to do. I'm gonna be.
Yeah,
running back
I'm
to
gonna
the
shut
phone.
it down in 10 minutes anyway. I gotta be.
Oh, okay. Well, I can wait 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's
All right.
fine. I can wait 10 minutes, sir.
You can wait 10 minutes.
For you, I'm gonna wait 10 minutes because you're awesome.
Man,
Thank you, brother.
my man.
You, Jimmy, and Chris are awesome.
All right. And so are you, man.
Thanks, brother. Fucking, that's awesome, man.
All right.
Hey, and if you ever, Chris, if,
talk about? Go ahead,
Chris. If you ever find yourself up here on Salt Spring Island, you just get in touch with me, and I got a place for you to stay. We're on 95 acres here, brother. So like, it's all awesome. Like, same with Jimmy and Rich. They know that too. Like, you guys come up here, Uncle
I'm
Bob.
afraid if I go to Canada, I'll never be able to get the hell out.
I know, right? Well, wait till Pierre Poilievre gets in, like, then it'd be okay.
Hey, Rich, I'm
Pierre
going up to
Poilievre
Canada
and Trump,
to
that's
find,
going to be a superpower. So
I'm going up to Canada to find classified.
Yeah, there you go.
That's Commander Classified, sir.
Yeah.
Commander Classified.
He is the commander after all.
But I'm
He's
going
been playing that game for years.
Chris, just so you know, everybody here knows. My name is Matt, by the way.
You know,
so
one more
you
outburst
said
like
before,
that.
yeah.
yeah. So
Yep.
you guys are all good folks. That's why I like you guys, because you guys are all really good people. You know, you're genuine people. You know, and that's a hard thing to find in this
And
day and
that
age.
guy right there, and that guy right there.
That guy right there is freaking awesome. He writes his own software. He does amazing stuff, and like, yeah, he's amazing. And you know what? It's funny, the dichotomy between the two brothers here is amazing.
Yeah, it
is. They're completely different, but
East
I
side
love
and
them
left
both.
side.
Like, yeah, I love them both. They're amazing guys. You know, you can't not love them both. Like, it's just, yeah. Yes, volume dealer. I will fight Castro Jr. That guy. I'm hoping that the Sharks will get him next time he's at Tofino when he's surfing. When the rest of the country's on fire from his liberal plants that have started the forest fires, and then blaming it on climate change. You know.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah, the brothers don't welch.
Hey, Matt. Talk to you real soon. God
Yeah,
bless
I'm gonna hang
I
out for a
love
little
you.
bit here, but I do have to go. I got some work to do. It's 5:26 p.m. here where I'm at. So
26. It's
5:26
here.
You on the west side of the Providence. You on the west side of the province of
I'm
Canada.
at Salt Spring Island. I'm on like pretty much closest to, well, not the east, not the westmost part, but I'm on one of the Gulf Islands called Salt Spring Island.
You on the west side?
Yeah, I'm on the west coast.
Oh yeah,
Pacific
Manitoba.
Standard Time. No, Pacific Standard Time, British Columbia.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we're on the water. We're on the ocean, sir.
Yeah, okay, all right.
I'm on a little island. It's like,
wow.
Yeah.
God bless you, brother. God bless you, man. And
it's
you, Matt, Commander Classified. You bring them on. You bring them on for this feed here. You bring them on. You bring them on. That's your mission now. To bring them
brother.
on.
Oh yeah, no, I'm bringing them.
Not just you.
Bring
them on.
I'm bringing them.
All right. All right.
You know,
my man.
Chris,
My
I got like 95 acres I got to take care of here. So.
Ooh, you hear that, Rich?
Yeah.
You hear that, Rich?
I'm digging some dirt and filling the dump truck and dumping it, and then filling some dirt with the dump truck and dumping it.
All right, my man.
We got a building. We got to erect. I know some of you may be excited by that phrase, but we have a building to erect by Tuesday.
Really?
The concrete comes Tuesday, so I gotta have all the site prepared and everything. So yeah, it's a pretty big building. So.
Bobby said, pulling rank on stream.
Yeah.
I love you, Bobby. Unlimited Liquid. Good to see you, buddy.
Liquid's here. How you doing, bro?
Yeah.
That's a shame because we only got 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta go. Love you all. Love the
too,
chat.
man.
You guys are awesome.
Thanks for coming in, bro. Appreciate it.
Please hit the like button and subscribe
Yes,
if you haven't
Thanks,
already. Just be good to Rich and be good to Chris and be good to Jimmy.
Be good to you,
'cause
man.
Jimmy's awesome.
Be good to you. We need you in here. We need you in here.
Love you guys.
All right, man.
All right.
You guys have a
man.
great
Thank
night.
you.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Okay,
Don't
love
work
you.
too hard.
Bye.
See you. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Good guy. I like him. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yes, sir.
Josh Shapiro sends
Yeah.
message to Trump. Stop shit talking America. Yeah.
Jim, Josh Shapiro saying that because a story just came out that a teachers union threw 1.2 million at him from dues money, which is illegal to his campaign in 2022. So he's going to start trashing Trump, so it'll cover that and not the real story that he's a criminal. He accepted the money.
Well, nothing will happen to him.
I know.
Doesn't matter what these fucking lefties do. When Tucker Carlson had that Spanish thing going,
yeah,
he was like, it's so bad here. He's like, they will literally, they openly do something, nothing happens to them, and then they accuse you of doing it. You're not even doing it, and they go after you illegally.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
It's insane in Spain.
Well, it's insanity here, Jim. It's
but it's even crazier there, Rich.
Well, I know, but it's the projectionism,
right?
That kills me. They're doing exactly what they accuse you of doing, and then they get away with it when they get caught doing it. It's like it doesn't matter, because they're Democrats. They got a little D next to it.
They know that they're protected at some level. They know
That's
that
what it
they're
is.
protected.
Yeah, I know.
So, that's what that is.
Yep.
They know it.
All right, people, I'm going to end this now. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming. I really appreciate it. Please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate you being here, all of you. Chris, Jimmy, thank you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it much. Have a good night, guys.
See you next week, man.
I'll see you guys later, man. Later on. Bye-bye.